with this one group, and then the DM postponed the session by a week, and then the week that we all got together, the DM didn't show up, and then he just cut the group off, and all of the people like deleted the Discord chat, and we all had to find each other again. It was sad.
That's unfortunate. So running the Ravnica book, it's not like any other campaign guide. It's literally just a book of lore. I don't know if you've looked at it. So a lot of the stuff for Ravnica would have to be creation, like your own creation based on lore and stuff.
Yeah, that's actually why I love so much, is because it's more or less a source book that gives you a setting, kind of like a little bit like Eberron, or closer to Eberron. That way, like, the adventures still feel homebrew. It's just in this well put together Ravnica setting.
Yeah, and well, I assume you're an MTG player then.
I played a little bit of MTG Arena, and I've known and played Magic the Gathering for a few years, but I've never had the money to like with the upkeep of Magic. So
yeah,
like, I know what it is, and there's a YouTuber that I watch all the time that plays it, but yeah, I don't actually really play it myself.
Yeah, I don't have the money to put into it either. But with that being said, there was a set. I don't know how much you heard when you jumped into the Discord, but there was a set for Magic the Gathering called Ixalan.
Ixalan?
Yeah, it's really great. I would love to run a lore thing on that. I just haven't had the time to build that world. And then I would need people to kind of be okay with rolling into that, because you're pretty much restricted to like the three main races, and then working around that.
Oh shit, that's where Ixalan's Binding is from.
Correct.
Oh, that card is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, Ixalan's Binding is basically the magic that keeps planeswalkers trapped on Ixalan. And per the story, in order for
blue is the pirates. I see. Chart of course. Oh, and Merfolk. It's kind of like a little bit of both.
Well, yeah, Merfolk is the green-blue mix. Jace Balerion was the primarily blue control pirate type cards. I like the color schemes for them, because you had like blue, red, black for pirate schemes, or you had you know, green and blue for Merfolk, or you had like white and black for vampires, and then the human race that controlled the dinosaurs, they were like red and white and a mix of green.
Oh, so yeah.
It was really fun.
Ixalan kind of made a lot of those famous dinosaur cards.
Yeah, one of my favorite sets, Pirates and Dinosaurs.
Oh, Sunbird's Invocation. That's one I've seen a lot.
Yeah, it's an okay. It's a solid group. One I'm running. The only thing that sucks is one guy likes to antagonize another guy, and the other guy's oblivious and just goes along with it. So it's always like a half an hour of them going back and forth.
Well, guess you can't complain about the RP at that point.
Oh yeah, I mean, we've definitely had hour or 2 hour long sessions where I feel like I never even heard the DM talk. But.
I mean, most DMs would say that that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think at one point, like, the DM just got sick of it and just threw like a Rakdos, like carnival at us just to fight.
How's it going, everyone?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. Just trying to get a sound check from everybody so that I can make sure the volume's good. Last session there was a lot of feedback on the recording, so that was on my end. So I had to turn my mic down a little bit. Can you guys hear me okay, though?
Yeah.
I can hear you great.
Yeah, you're coming through clear.
Perfect.
Oh, you added an explosion to the map. That's sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
thought it was nifty. Oops, I minimized that. Sorry, stream. Didn't mean to do that.
half the size it should be. Oh my, Fireball's big.
You sounded like you were underwater. What'd you say?
It's like half the size it should be. Fireball is big.
Well,
Yeah, Thalum, you are muffled.
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's better.
That's better.
I did literally nothing. I'll just talk louder.
Is that,
Okay.
is that better, Talon?
Keep doing nothing.
That's Fireball, Larry. Ooh,
It's
you got
just, it's
pixels.
just an explosion of smoke. I'm not the one doing that. Someone's typing in on effect.
It's actually exactly the radius of Fireball. 20-foot radius.
There you go.
It's like we have a laser
Coincidence?
show going on there.
Right.
I think not.
Just wait till I do that to all your goblins. You're underwater again.
Just making sure I have everything up that I need. Of course, everything never sounds the way I want it to. Okay, so everybody's here? Everybody's good to go?
Tom just said he's restarting his computer.
Oh, okay. We'll give him a moment. So, what did you do with your group that you TPK'd, Calarian?
He didn't really TPK him, there's only two of them.
Did they roll in characters, or were they not happy about it? Did you guys have a discussion after?
Well, one was the guy who left the campaign, so he's just dead, and I don't know what to deal with. It's an awkward goodbye or anything. The other one, he rolled a barbarian, but he hasn't given me any details. But we only play once a month, so
I see.
he's got time.
That's really unfortunate that he would just up and leave after losing his character like that.
Oh no, he left the session before last.
That's right, you were mentioning that. Okay, so I'm sorry. I thought it was one of the TPKers, or the guys that died.
Yeah.
Say again, Talon?
Am I louder?
Yeah.
I might just turn you up, man.
I mean, I have him almost at 200.
I had him a little low.
That's interesting. Okay. Yep, I know that. Yes, I know that. Okay. We ready to start?
Good to go.
Awesome. So, the last we had left off with you guys, you had just spent the remainder of a 10-day just taking some downtime to yourselves and going through a few loose ends that you wanted to tie up, earn some coin on the side while the final touches on Trollskull Manor were being repaired and completed. After which, about a day or so before the grand opening for Trollskull Manor that you guys had decided upon, you spent the day running around and advertising to the best of your ability to get people into the tavern that evening. Upon the actual grand opening event itself, you guys were surprisingly met with a very large group of individuals that had stopped by the manor, to include, Volo, Raynar, Vincent Trench stopped by, a few other friendly faces and NPCs that you guys have seen throughout the storyline so far, all coming to pay well wishes and respect to you amongst the general populace that had come to the tavern. As the night drew closer to an end, Eva, on a very spectacular performance, played her newly acquired metal viol, and to great success. Everyone seemed to thoroughly enjoy it. After which, you guys had decided to follow Flume and see where he was residing. Having followed him down into the trades ward and discovering him living in what appeared to be a very ramshackle one-story building of sorts, Talum snapped his familiar out of existence and explained to the rest of the group what he had seen. There were some mixed thoughts about what that could mean, but nevertheless you guys went to sleep that evening and awoke rather abruptly early in the morning to the sound of a very large explosion not too far from your front door. At that point in the morning, you guys had woken up to the sounds of screams and crying and a very rambunctious commotion going on the street below. At this point, I would say, just after hearing the explosion, what would you guys be doing?
To
What
confirm,
time did
do
you say
we
this
know?
happened at?
I'm sorry, what?
Go
What
ahead.
time did you say this happened at?
This happened extremely early in the morning, so you guys have completed a long rest for the night, but this probably happened about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning.
Do we know anything about that building?
I mean, that building across the way just appeared to be a residential area of some sort. Aside from the smaller vendors and street wares that were on the day-to-day just posted up near the area.
Can I like snap my familiar out a window and then have him go fly around and look, maybe see who cast it or if anybody's hurt or anything?
Sure, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
So like a 10.
Okay. So, as you send your familiar out from your room, out a nearby window, and he just kind of perches up on the side of the manor, you see maybe about a dozen or so charred bodies that just seem to be scattered throughout the street. You see various people of all shapes and sizes just trying to give as wide of a berth to this blast area as possible. While there was no immediate fire that started up, the entirety of the building adjacent to you guys seems to have been completely collapsed in on its corner, as something had of extreme heat and force just obliterated a chunk of this building, and wood and debris are all strewn about. There are a number of people who are in the process of like just fleeing out of the way. There are a number of people where they're stopping, gawking and pointing fingers and having conversations amongst each other. But you don't see like anyone in the midst of like an active battle or anything like that.
Ava at least will run downstairs and run outside.
Barry will take his minute to throw on his armor, but will not take the time to do his blessing and run out as well. Screaming, "What the hell was that?"
When Ava hits the street, she's going to look around and see if there's anyone who looks like they're alive but barely. Like anyone she could potentially save who is not already gone.
Okay. Once you get out to the street, go ahead and just make a perception check for me. Calarian, Tizio, Ellis, what do you guys do?
I'm probably gonna go ahead and get my armor and whatnot on as well, and rush out and investigate.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Ellis is really irritated that someone would make such a loud noise and wake him up early. So he's gonna head downstairs with his hammer to see if he can deal with the problem.
Okay. Awesome. So you guys are rushing outside. Tizio?
Yeah, same thing. I'm gonna grab my gear and rush on out there. Is there any sort of like odd smell or anything like that due to the explosion? Like if it was like some sort of like chemical that may have blown up or anything?
Make an Arcana check. Okay. So as the group of you rush outside into the now crowded street fair below on Ceradoon Street, a few things all of you notice. Amongst the crowd of individuals that are just kind of now giving this wide berth to the building, Eva, Perry, you guys immediately recognize that there are probably about 11 or so individuals that are just charred and lifeless corpses on the ground. You see what appears to be an elderly female human. You do see that there are what appear to be two very charred cloaked human males. They appear to be like clad in leather armor, and they have long swords on their sides. You see two more human females and another half-elf or elf, you're not sure, male. And they just, from best you can tell, appear to be in like plain clothing, nothing extravagant. You guys notice that there's a male gnome wearing a burnt cloak and appears to be clutching a dagger in his hand. You also see two female halflings who are just... You can see the charred remains of what appear to be like musical instruments down at their feet, but they both appear to be slumped back against the side of a building, but completely blackened from head to toe. Each of these individuals appear to be lifeless. As you guys are looking around the groups of individuals, you can see... Where did I put it? You see a number of people that are still in the process of just staring out at the individuals and pointing at the lifeless corpses on the ground. You see that there is one elven individual that appears familiar to the group of you. You guys recognize them as the individual who owns the greenhouse directly across from you, and they just appear to have this extremely shocked look on their face, and it appears they're just like limply carrying what appears to be like some kind of watering can in one hand, and just staring out at the crowd. You see a very elegant looking human woman who is just kind of standing there with this bit of an air of importance or so, and a bit of a disgust on her face, and she's like trying her best to like fan any kind of smoke and debris out of her face as she stands there just kind of looking around. Let's see. And you also see one amongst the crowd, the ones that stand out to you guys, this really young boy who appears to be like kind of crouched down, but still trying to like stick his head between the crowd and just kind of staring with this bit of a slack-jawed expression on his face. Tizio, I would say that you detect what the remnants of what appear to be like some kind of a sulfur mixture and maybe some kind of fertilizer or feces of some sort just kind of lingers in the air as you rush out into the street and get a sense of this explosion, and you gather that whatever caused this appeared to be magical in nature, as if some kind of like large fireball was thrown.
So, confirmation, I think I heard no, but is there anyone who is seriously hurt but not dead?
Seriously hurt-wise, the individuals who are severely hurt are, to the best you can tell, dead and lacking of any life. There are a number of individuals who like seem to have like light burn marks on either like their forearm or maybe some splinters of wood on their side, but they don't seem to be in any life-threatening situation. You hear the loud gasping and chattering of everyone, just kind of a whole bunch of confusion just kind of filling the street right now.
I want to walk up with the guy with the watering can.
Okay. As you get closer to them, it's really hard to discern any kind of gender from this elven individual, and you see that they stand there and they almost don't recognize you at first, and then they take a second glance and they go, hello. You live in Trollskull, don't you?
Yes. Morning, neighbor. Any chance you saw what happened here?
Well, I was watering plants in the greenhouse on the second floor of my shop when the blast blew out some of my windows. Luckily, I wasn't injured. Through the smoke, I saw a cloaked man take something from the body of the dead gnome, and they kind of point over in the direction of the gnomish individual that's holding a dagger in their hand. And then they started limping away. He seemed to be badly burned and was constantly glancing over his shoulder, like he was afraid someone might be following him. I think he was heading toward the bent nail.
Just now? How long has it been since the explosion?
Maybe about 5 minutes or so. Like, with the
Alright.
time it took you guys to kind of be like, oh shit, what the hell, and then rush downstairs. About 5 minutes.
Okay, she's not gonna rush out then, 'cause she's not gonna catch him. She will glance to see if our windows are also broken.
You take a look, and there do appear to be maybe one or two that have been damaged, and are just kind of like smashed in.
You just paid for those.
Yeah.
Just replace them. She'll go over and inspect the gnome.
Okay. Roll an investigation check for me. And Clarion, you were investigating the area as well, right? You can go ahead and make an investigation check. Okay. So, within the midst of this chaos and the wide berth that individuals are giving you guys, and there's a lot of commotion and talking between everybody, you do notice that this male gnome, aside from the solid black and burned cloak that he's wearing, and the not by any means like extravagant looking dagger in his left hand, you do kind of like pat him down a little bit. You do notice Calarian, you kind of point this out to Eve as you watch her doing this. There appears to be like a pouch of some sort that has a bit of heft to it, just kind of laying on his belt side.
I will open the pouch.
Just right there in the street.
I don't think she has any
That's
reason
fine.
to be suspicious of it, so
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, you kind of pull it open and you look inside and you can see what appear to be 5 very shiny gemstones, various in color. You also notice that as you kind of look around at the gnome's body, it appears that he's got like some kind of like dry waste or something on his boots and cloak. Kind of make an intelligence check.
Nope.
The DC's not high. Just
Oh, I did a save, sorry. Same number.
Sure. Yeah. As you get closer and you're kind of searching through the pouch a little bit more, the smell hits you, and it reminds you of like sewer waste, and it stinks, and you're kind of like, oh, he either stepped in some kind of horse dung or he was trekking through the sewers. I would say, Calarian, you notice that from the small gnome, or no, I'm sorry, yeah, the small gnome over to the human individuals, the males that are maybe about 10-15 feet away from them, or from him. One of them, their cloak was burned off enough that you can actually make out what appears to be a winged snake on their forearm.
Yay, more sense. Did I notice the gems?
Yeah, you did. You pointed out the satchel over to Evie.
Okay. Can I determine what kind of gems they are?
Sure. Go ahead and make a... This would be an intelligence check.
If he's looking, I'll hand them to him, and people will say, "Well, he wasn't robbed."
Okay. Just taking a look at the pouch and just kind of there are various assortment of colors. You have a couple of reds and a yellows and like one solid green piece. Best you can tell, they're pretty solid quality gems. Probably fetch you at least maybe 100 gold apiece.
I was walking around without a well.
Whatever they took, they weren't just looking for money.
Do we hear the sounds of guards coming at all?
Yeah,
Imagine
it's
this
only
explosion is
been
not going to be go unnoticed.
right. I mean, at this point, immediately after the explosion, you guys rushing downstairs. It's only been about 7 minutes or so. Make a perception check.
DM, is the building like actively like on fire or anything like that, or was it just like an explosion and that was it?
To the best you can see, it doesn't appear that the building's like actively on fire. You can see that like a large corner of it seems to have been, caved in and collapsed from the explosion or whatever force caused the explosion. Aside from bits of burning embers and things like that, it doesn't appear that it's like on fire. So nothing.
Not trying.
Go ahead.
Not trying to be nitpicky, but is it caved in or is it caved out? Like, are the pieces of the wall in the street or inside the building?
So from the trajectory of it, a large majority of it is inside the building, but other shrapnel has, blown out at angles.
Got it.
To the best of your ability, it seems like the explosion came from outside.
Yeah, cool.
Is there anyone I can talk to, see if they saw anything?
There are a number of individuals.
Really quick, I'm gonna put the gems back on the gnome's corpse.
Okay. But yeah, as you take a look around Calarian, just kind of looking for guard, you do hear out in the distance what appears to be the rush of wings. And you kind of look out in the distance and you can see faintly what appears to be some kind of large winged creature making its way over.
I'm gonna hazard a guess and say that the griffins.
I'm sorry?
I'm gonna hazard a guess and say it's the griffins.
Yeah, that would be a good assessment. And then you gather maybe another minute or two, 3 tops, they'd probably start circling over the area. So to the best of your ability, you can probably tell that guards are on the way. They definitely notice something. Perry's moving around, praying. Okay, excellent. Let's see who. Talum. So you do see a number of individuals that are just currently in the process of like gossiping between each other right now. You do recognize the same elven individual who lives on across the street from you guys. You also see that there appears to be one smaller child who's like sitting rather close as best he can to 2 of the corpses, and you see that he's just kind of like has a bit of a sunken look on his face, and he's just not entirely sure what to do, and he's just trying to stay away from the crowd. You also see another human female who's just lavishly dressed, and she's just kind of like, oh yes, I saw it all, and she's just like projecting her voice and she's trying to get as much attention as she can.
I'd like to go up to the kid.
Okay.
and just ask him if he saw anything or is he okay? Need any help?
Are you a god?
No, but I help people.
Right. Well, and you see as he kind of like looks over at the two halflings that were playing musical instruments, or to the best you can tell, music or some sort. Well, right after the explosion, I ducked behind the rain barrel here, and then I heard a plop, and you see he like starts to reach into his pocket and pull out something from his hand. I found this in the barrel. And you look and you see that there appears to be a necklace with these two small orangish red gemstones on it. The necklace is like a silver chain that seems to have been broken or snapped off at some point.
Do you mind if I take a look at that for you?
Am I going to get it back? I found it.
How about we make a trade?
What you got?
How's 5 gold sound?
I'll make a persuasion check. Deal. And you see he holds his hand out first for the money.
Yeah, I'll hand it to him.
He takes it and he kind of, there's this apprehensive moment where he kind of looks at you, and looks back at the necklace, looks back at the gold, just kind of like tosses you the necklace, and you watch as he kind of runs off.
I'm gonna go back inside and try to identify it, see if it's magical or something.
Okay. So, you'll walk inside,
You said red gems, right?
orange is red.
Kind of matches the color. Yeah, I'll go somewhere private and try to take a couple minutes to...
Sure. Okay, so while you head back inside to do that, what else are you guys doing?
Harry's gonna start like moving towards the burning building, looking around inside of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna try and see if I can go inside and see if there's any more survivors or anything like that.
Sure. Make a perception check, both of you, or one with advantage. Your choice.
Let's do one for one.
Yeah, we're all kind of doing our separate things, so I think 1 and 1.
Sure.
I'll go with him.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so you guys make your way across, just trying to bypass this one fancy-looking human lady who's just kind of like standing there on the corner, and you see there's a small crowd kind of gathering around her, and she just seems to be rather boisterous or whatever. But you brush past her because she seems to be talking shit, and then you make your way in towards the house, and as you step inside, structurally, the building looks not in the best condition. A lot of the foundation walls that held this place up seem to be ready to collapse in at a moment's notice. You kind of take a look around in the rubble. It doesn't appear that anyone else was inside the building at the time. And you guys get this, sigh of relief wash over you guys as you kind of feel like whatever was going on, thankfully it doesn't seem anybody was here at the moment. You're not sure if they were already out doing other business for the day, or maybe this was not a active place of living.
So this was a house, correct, or
Yeah.
not an inn?
It was a house, not an inn.
You said it doesn't look like it's the fire spreading.
No, it's already down to like embers at this point. But you can see the large amounts of debris and furniture that are just completely ruined now, and it looks like at any moment maybe more of the roofing is going to cave in. It's not like a corner of the house was just completely removed. It looks like it was like the explosion came from at some kind of angle, and it kind of blasted up and out. So there is still a large chunk of roof remaining, and that weight of the roof without the support underneath looks like it's about to fall in on you guys. But you guys were able to rush inside and take a look and make sure that everything was free of other individuals or harm, and you were able to make your way out.
I know you said it seemed like it was something magical, but I can't kind of see if I can pinpoint like I guess like the origin of like if it was maybe an item that was magical and blew up, or if it was someone that did a magic spell or something like that.
Well, so from your Arcana check earlier and smelling the sulfur in the air, you definitely gather that it was magical in nature. But are you trying to like pinpoint where it originated from?
That and seeing like if there were, was it like a big box that was that had something inside of it that maybe had markings on the outside or anything like that, that maybe I can determine where it came from.
Go ahead and roll an intelligence check for me.
Looking around to see if anyone knows
Oh,
the
you're lucky
goblin.
I'm here.
I can't-
When we roll it.
Okay, never mind. I'm sorry, what was that?
Let me roll it.
Sorry, Ellis. What were you saying?
I want to ask around to see if anyone knows the gnome with the dagger.
Okay. So you kind of listen out and wander around to some of the individuals that seem to be still standing by, and as you get closer to the larger crowd of individuals that's just standing there, just kind of listening, nodding, and whispering amongst each other, you hear, "I tell you, it was not a man. More like a puppet shaded like a man. A puppet without strings. It was on the rooftop, I swear. It hurled something into the crowd below that caused the explosion. I saw those halflings burned alive. I tell you, I saw them." And you can see that there's, you've been in Waterdeep long enough to know, or at least see individuals who hold themselves to some kind of like nobility or status, and you can see that this human woman is just lavishly dressed and just trying to make herself the center of attention here as she points out, being like, "Yes, I was the eyewitness here. I saw everything that went down, and then the man just, whatever he was, just rushed off on the rooftops."
Now really wants to find this guy so that he can blow her up. But I think we'll leave that till later.
Okay.
I have found the information.
Yeah, you easily enough did this. She was not trying to conceal it whatsoever. She's actually, you gather the sense that she seems to be enjoying the attention rather thoroughly.
Oh, Ellis wishes he could wipe the smug off her face, but he knows that might be illegal. So he's gonna go and see if he's going to ask Calarian, because he seems like the holy man in the group. He's gonna ask Calarian if he knows anything about puppets without strings.
My character doesn't.
Well, I know. I'm asking your character.
I mean, I guess I can roll a history. Yeah.
Sure, I was... Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll a history check.
I know exactly what it is, but my character doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds extremely weird from the description of it. You kind of go over to Calarian and let him know, hey, this lady over here, she's shouting about puppets without strings, And the two of you try to take a moment to think of it. You're not familiar with anything that sounds familiar like that. Tizio.
Yeah, the only thing I know is like the creepy shadow people that we fought in that tower, but if it was an actual puppet, I don't know what it is.
Unfortunately, Tizio, trying to take some time and look at the blast radius and look at all the damage that was done to the building. To the best you can tell, it seems like the blast came from outside. Whatever caused the blast didn't leave any kind of evidence around. And from the... You've seen, a fireball spell cast before. You've seen its destructive radius, and you kind of put the pieces together, and you're like, this seems to be someone had cast fireball from a distance. You're not entirely sure where they were, and you can see that Ellis is in the process of talking to Calarian and mentioning what he overheard from the noble woman, saying that it sounded like a puppet on strings threw something from the air.
Can I go talk to this lady?
Sure.
So, I want to clarify what Ellis told me. Wait, Ellis, did you tell me about how she saw something thrown? Or just asked me about a puppet without strings?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there was a puppet. She said it threw some kind of bomb and then it exploded. Details are pretty vague, but she's rich, so she's probably pretty stupid.
Okay, I don't want to talk to the lady anymore then, I guess. I was going to clarify that part.
Yeah.
Okay. And as you guys are standing there having this conversation, you do see now rushing up directly overhead of you. You all hear the loud screeching sound as a large avian creature, which you have all seen once before on the top of Mount Waterdeep, what appears to be a large griffin carrying a single rider that is now just in the process of circling around the entirety of Troll Skull Alley and both adjoining streets. Almost immediately behind him, you now see that there are probably about 20 or so guards that are now just starting to file in on all corners of the streets. They're in the process of trying to push bystanders back, and you can hear them shouting out directions to each other, and they're in the process of cordoning off the area.
Rewind to Captain whatever his face is again.
Captain Staggett?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know why I can never remember his name.
No, but you do, as you're kind of looking around at the groups of individuals, you do see two very familiar individuals that, as the crowds of guardsmen and City Watch kind of part way, you see familiar Barnabas Blastwind and assistant accompanying him as they just kind of waltz their way into the center of the alley and just start looking at the group of you and looking at the crowd as they disperse. And he goes, "Oh, I haven't seen you folks in some time."
Hi, Barnabas.
Calarian, was it?
Yep.
What is the meaning of all this? Speak truth.
Well, we were in our house, and I'm gonna point over to Troll Skull, and there was a massive explosion, and that's about all we know right now.
You see as he kind of stops and starts to assess the area a little bit, and you see him look over to his rather taller assistant, and he goes, "Mr. Cromley, please escort some of the City Watch to make sure that the area is cordoned off as best you can. Get back with me once it's complete." You see he goes, "Right away, Mr. Blastwind, of course." And you see as he kind of steps off to the side, and then you see that Barnabas starts looking around at the building and looking around at the individuals. This is most tragic indeed. None of you saw the blast directly.
None of us. That lady down there, though, says she saw what happened. Something about a puppet without strings threw something, and then the explosion happened. Also, one of the corpses here has a Zentrum tattoo on its arm. And it smells of shit.
He immediately like kind of twirls around to the direction which you're pointing, and he sees that the individual corpses that are on the ground, the 3 cloaked individuals, to include the gnome, and he sees he kind of bends down as best he can while he leans onto his cane, and he just kind of nods a little bit and just and after a few moments he kind of looks back up at you and goes, yes, it would appear you're right. One of them does appear to be carrying a Xantara mark of some sort.
I'm not sure what they were doing here, but they seem pretty loaded on gems as well. Bring a small fortune. Wait,
What's more,
actually, I guess before I say that, really, the gems were on the gnome. Was the gnome the one I saw that had a mark on it?
No, the human that was behind the gnome had the mark on him. The gnome had the gems on him.
Then I retract my statement.
Yes, I can see here this poor gnome seems to have been running from something, as he clearly died holding this dagger in his hands. But the best I can tell, well, it looks like these individuals were chasing them. Well, if you'll give us a few moments, don't go anywhere, just stay nearby and let us do some investigating and talk to some other key witnesses. Have you guys spoken to anyone else yet, aside from, he kind of nods over in the direction of the lady who's, like, just standing there, looking important.
Ava will pipe up. Our neighbor here saw something. That gnome, someone took something off of him, someone who wasn't on the roof, and ran off with it, but clearly they weren't looking for coin because the gems are still there.
Well, that may be the case. I'm sorry, I don't believe we've met. My name is Barnabas Blastwind. I am one of the mages for the Magistrate Orders of the city. Who might you be?
Evandra Valaris, musician in residence, and she'll gesture at the tavern.
I see. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Well, it may be that whatever these individuals were coming for either did not have time to loot the bodies completely, or they too were caught up in the blast. But we'll take a few moments to investigate and see what we can find. Where is Talum? You see, he's like looking around for Talum.
Did we see him go back in?
I would say, yeah, you guys saw him wander off inside.
I think he went back inside.
Would you be a dear and fetch him for me, please?
I will be a deer and fetch him.
That's a good lass. I appreciate it. You see as he kind of turns around and continues on. You see that he starts speaking with the elven individual that you had spoken to with the watering can, and then he starts shifting off over to the noble woman, and there's brief discussion between those individuals as you guys run off to grab Talum. Talum, you finish your identify spell. And I will put this in your player handouts for... Let's see here.
Ellis would probably stop Ava as she's wandering toward the building and be like, "You want me to punch him for you?"
No, not now. I think she's walking in to see Talum alone, though.
Fine.
Let me add this into your guys' journals. Talum, you find that young boy had a necklace of fireballs on him.
Ooh. When I get in the room, I will say, Talum, there's a pompous asshole downstairs that you apparently know who's looking for you. If that thing you took from that kid is valuable, I'd leave it up here.
What thing that I took from what kid?
Exactly.
I'll slip it in my desk in the library or whatever, and head downstairs.
Okay. So, as you make your way outside, you can see that now that Eva points them out to you, the familiar Barnabas and Sergeant Cromley, just currently in the process of talking amongst themselves, and Sergeant Cromley is taking notes as Barnabas speaks, and they kind of look back over in your direction, and you see like the grandpa finger beckoning you forward.
Hello?
Yeah, so you make your way over towards Barnabas, and he kind of looks over at you and goes, "Tell him, do you know what caused this?"
It looks like a fireball?
You see his eyes kind of narrow slightly, and he looks at you and he goes, "Yes, that would be correct. Now, I will ask you this once. Do not lie to me. When you registered with the Order, was this spell within your repertoire?"
No.
Knowing what this is, have you spoken to anyone here in the street who might have seen anything that would have caused this?
I've talked to some kid, and my party has been talking to a couple people, but otherwise, nothing crazy.
Right, of course. Well, you see as he reaches into his robe, and he pulls out a small piece of parchment, and he hands it over to you. While I'm here, I might as well hand this over to you. We look through our records as best as we can. Unfortunately, the name Ixon did not come up in our records. However, and I thought you might find this rather interesting, there was one record, about 25 years back, of a man named Zion who had registered with the Order. They stayed for about a month or so, and then we did not see them since. And he hands you on this piece of parchment. You can just see that there is the name Xion, and it just has a descriptor of what appears to be some kind of like address or something within the city. If there was more
Thanks.
if there was more information, I would have gave it to you. Unfortunately, this is all our records could uncover.
Hopefully this helps. I appreciate it.
Either way, it appears after our talks with these individuals here that were present for the explosion, I can gather that it appears we are looking for two individuals, it seems. One of which seems to have been badly injured and ran off a short moment after the explosion occurred, and another mysterious puppet without strings, as the gentle lady so puts it. But to the best I can tell, we do not know if these individuals are related or one and the same. It's best to just keep your nose out of this for now. Don't go sticking it where it doesn't belong. And if we need you for any form of statements, we will be sure to call upon you.
Well, you know where I live.
Of course. The City Watch thanks you for your diligence.
Good luck with this.
It's just one thing after another. You see as he kind of chuckles a little bit, and Sergeant Cromley just kind of looks at him and like rolls his eyes. But as you guys kind of stand there, just feeling a little bewildered by the entire situation, what do you guys do?
Is the crowd sort of calmed down at this point and moving around, or?
Yeah, so what you see is the entire street, both Troskull Alley, Saradoon, and Delzorin Street are completely cordoned off right now. There are at least 20 to 30 guards and City Watch. There's a mix of them that are just blocking the roads, and you can see that there are individuals that are like, oh, but I live over there, and like no one's being allowed to pass currently. As Barnabas and Seth are just kind of making their rounds, talking to people that they think have some sort of information, just try to get an assessment on the situation. You gather after a short amount of time, people are slowly starting to now trickle back into the surrounding area. You do watch as what appear to be clergy from the Temple of Kelemvor are now in the process of like recovering the corpses that were strewn across the street. And you see them placing them on like these long wooden stretchers and then setting them on the back of these like horse-drawn wagons.
So Perry will try and go about fixing the windows as best he can with mending.
Okay.
If there's any that can be.
So mending will probably repair like the wooden framework and stuff like that, but there was I think 2 windows that just shattered from the explosion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I figured I wouldn't do it at all, but do what I can, I guess.
Yeah.
So you guys figure out any leads?
Yeah, I found out there was a puppet with no strings, and he went that way. Or someone went that way, and point towards the... Oh, what was the name of the... He headed towards
the Bent Nail.
Bent Nail.
That's the carpentry shop, isn't it? Where you first went to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong, but I'm thinking carpentry and puppets. Maybe the carpenter's an evil necromancer who makes puppets come alive and throw shit at people. That's just what my brain's telling me.
Interesting. Okay. Should we go check out the Bent Nail then?
I couldn't have said it better myself.
I'm up for
Let's
it.
do it.
Sure.
I'll go grab the necklace and put it on.
Okay. Sure, easy enough to do. Well, no, actually, not easy enough to do. The necklace is broken and won't fit on as a necklace. The latching mechanism on the back has been snapped off.
Well, then I'll just keep it in my bag or something. I'll bring it with me.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, so you guys all kind of gather back up and try to share the information that you gathered, and you make your way over towards the Bent Nail. Rather more solemn and quiet this early morning in the day, especially with what chaos is unfurled in the early morning hours. You make your way over there, and you can see that there's Tally just sitting quietly within his shop, not currently working on anything, and he kind of looks up the group of you, and his ears perk up slightly, and his eyes get a little wide, and he goes, guys, I heard the news. Is everything all right?
No, not at all, actually. So many dead. Such a senseless crime.
Well, you're telling me it's the violence has been getting a little bad here this past month or so, but I never imagined it to get to such an extent. Was there any damage done to your guys' property? I heard it was relatively close. I haven't gone to go look myself. The city watch has been keeping people away.
A few broken windows,
Ah,
but nothing major.
well, just go talk to the Taverns and Innkeepers Guild. I'm sure they can get that worked out for you with no charge, as it wasn't a fault of your own. I'm sure that will come out of the city watch's commissions.
That would be nice.
So, what brings you all here today? How did the grand opening go? I was a little busy in my workshop that night. I was unable to go.
Went pretty well.
Yes, we're very happy with the turnout.
Make a stealth check, Ellis. And sneak into the back of the bent nail.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, we'll get to you in just a moment. Well, I'm glad. Enough. Did you guys have enough seating? I hope everything was arranged quite well.
If
But
we had any more seating, we wouldn't have had room for everyone standing there.
Yeah, Tally kind of chuckles a little bit at the prospect of it. He goes, "Well, of course, not everyone wants to sit, but I mean, what is a bar without chairs and tables?"
Well, we couldn't be happier. It was a great turnout.
I'm excited. Are you guys keeping this as a regular thing? Did you guys enjoy the idea of running the tavern?
I did.
Yeah, I'm having fun with it. It's a
Absolutely.
different challenge.
That's wonderful. I'm so glad to hear it. Well, enough idle chit chat. I guess you guys all look so serious. What can I do for you?
Wondered if you saw anything. Apparently the perpetrator of the attack ran this way.
A cloaked figure.
Apparently didn't look human.
Oh my. Not personally. No. You see, he kind of like thumbs over his shoulder a little bit. He's like, I live in the back, and it's, I have a lot of furniture and things, and it kind of muffles the sound back there. I didn't realize anything was really going on until I woke up not too long ago. I was in the middle of just having my morning tea, and then I saw the commotion of the city watch, and they were stopping people from leaving the alley. Okay, so, well, let's do a couple things. So, Ellis, so you sneak your way around the back side of the Bent Nail. So the entrance to the Bent Nail is here, on this side of the alley. And as the group kind of heads over that way, you're trying to head over towards the back. There is a back door there. Not currently locked, and you're able to just kind of open it slightly and make your way inside the dark interior. And you can hear the muffled conversation of your party and Tally in the process of talking about, like, oh, do you guys need any furniture? What are you looking for?
Do I see any puppets? I'm looking for weird, creepy puppet people.
Okay, do you have dark vision?
Nope.
It is pitch black in here.
I will light a torch.
Okay. Okay, yeah, make a perception check. Okay. So as you take out the piece of flint and steel and you spark on it in the back and making the clacking noise on the rock, you manage to spark your torch enough to get it to ignite, and now you have a roaring torch inside this rather cramped interior of a wood shop. While that's going on, you take a quick glance around and you do not see anything that appears to be a puppet, to the best you can tell. Nothing that looks humanoid by any means. You do see lots of wood carving tools. You do see that there are pieces of, lumber and wood shavings. You see that there's a long twin-size bed for a single individual, almost like a cot kind of layout on one corner, and you get the sense that there's a small bedroll on top with a feather throw-down pillow. You do see a lot of different little knickknacks and wood carvings of different like miniature sculptures and different like animal shapes and stuff like that, just kind of lined up on one side of the wood wall.
Can I can I take one of those sculptures?
Sure. Make a sliding
I
hand
just want to pocket one.
check. Okay. And as you all are in the center of the room talking to Tally, you hear, and then you hear clang, 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 coming from the back of Tally's workshop. Tally kind of turns around and he goes, what the hell is that?
That's what I know.
Sorry.
If I mess up, I will run out the back.
Yeah, I imagined you would. So you guys hear like, you hear the sound of clacking. You hear a lot of materials all clatter to the floor, and then you hear this like shit, and then a run, like what sounds like footsteps, just like running away.
You want us to go check that out for you, Ty?
I mean, he's already like in the process of running back there. You see that he grabbed like what appears to be like one of his carving knives, and he's just like rushing into the back room right now.
Oh, I'll follow him then.
Okay.
I'll go with you.
Tizio, where exactly are you looking for clues, secret doors, etc.?
Just where we're at. You just kind of eyeing things, kind of sneakily, I guess. Like just eyeing things, looking for anything odd or anything like that.
Right, in the building.
Correct.
Make a perception check.
You look very paranoid.
Well, he's just the guy in the back just staring at stuff while everyone talks, I imagine. Okay, aside from while you guys were having the conversation with Tally before the clutter of stuff in the back, aside from the well-crafted, ornate furniture that's scattered about the shop with various different price tags and some semblance of organization within the display windows in the area, you're not getting the sense of any kind of like clues or trap doors or anything like that could be present within this room. You'd have to probably take a closer look at stuff if you were looking for anything like that. But then you're also kind of distracted by the loud clattering sound in the back. And as you guys, for those of you who followed behind Tally, he just kind of barges into the back shouting like, hey, halt! You see him rush behind the counter of his workshop, and he goes into this back room, and you see that there's a very almost like prison cell like room, obviously without the bars, but like size wise, and it's just completely cluttered with all different types of wooden knickknacks and various things, and they're now just kind of like piled up on the floor, and you can see that there is a wooden door directly at the backside wall that is just now just open.
But I would like to put out the torch, put it away, and then run around to the front of the house and kind of just sauntering casually as if I'm catching up to the group.
Make a deception check. at disadvantage. Because you ran, you would essentially have to run all the way around the block. Okay. Yeah, you kind of make your way into the front of the building, through the front door, and you see Tizio's just kind of like lingering, looking around the room there as everyone kind of started looking in the back of room. You see
Tizio, did you know that there's like a cupcake bakery just down the street? We should totally get some sometime.
Is that where you were off at?
I lick my lips. They're only like a silver apiece.
Next time, just get a box.
Will do.
Okay. Tally kind of looks at the group of you and he goes, what the hell was that? I'm gonna have to start locking this door, change the lock. I don't know how the hell they got in here.
The puppet person that came this way, do you think he snuck into your back and hurt us?
How do you know my back door was open? You just got here.
Everyone was just talking about it. I'm pretty insightful.
Well, I don't know. But nevertheless, I didn't see any strange individuals, and nothing else had really been happening in my day until you lot showed up and this apparent explosion up the way. Things are a little bit of a mess right now. I think I'm gonna have to clean up. If you'll excuse me, I have some cleaning to do. I apologize.
Thank you for the help.
Yes, of course. If you need any additional furniture, just please don't hesitate to ask. You see he's kind of like rubbing the temples of his like forehead right now.
Well, we best be going. Lots to tend to.
Okay, so you guys make your way back out into Troll School Alley. The alley itself now doesn't, the alley itself is completely devoid of traffic. Most foot traffic, other than, you see like Emberk and Avi are just in the process of like working. Smoke is billowing out of the steam and steel. You can hear the distinct chatter of people off in the distance, but as far as foot traffic goes, it's pretty barren right now. You see, after a few moments of you guys leaving the Bent Nail, Sergeant Cromley rushes up into the alley at the group of you, and he goes, Barnabas wishes to speak with you guys, if you don't mind.
Didn't I just speak to him?
He kind of puts his hands up in the air and goes, I mean, we've been investigating. He must have some reason to speak to you.
I'll start walking that way.
Does he need to?
I mean, you're all in charge of Troll Skull Manor, right?
I suppose.
Technically, I am. Goes on the order.
Yes.
On paper.
Invested in it as well. I believe this concerns us all.
Either way, if you don't mind, please follow me. And he kind of like leads you guys back up towards your own house.
On our way back there, I'll probably like telepath to Ava. I'll be like, "Yes, sorry, the commotion was me. I was trying to look for clues."
Yeah, I knew that.
I'll smile to myself.
All right.
She'll shake her head.
You guys make your way back over, and you see Barnabas is just kind of perched up on the wood porch outside of the Troll Skull Manor. He kind of nods at the group of you as you approach. He'll look at Talum mostly, and he'll say, do any of you recognize that gnome?
Do I recognize the gnome?
Yes. Yes, is
yeah,
also asked the question.
Yeah.
The dead one? We saw him like 10 minutes ago.
Sure, young one. More specifically, do any of you have any acquaintance with that late gnome?
Can I roll like a?
I don't think so. I'm pretty new in town still.
None of you have to roll for this, because none of you would have
No.
had any. Yeah, he's completely new to you guys.
The
nevertheless,
welcome to the
he
neighborhood
asked.
cake yet. So, yeah, not quite.
Well, I find it's only fitting to let you guys know that I've discovered a few more things in my investigation here, and I thought I'd get the word straight from you all, just to better understand things. But from the best I gather, that gnome was running from armed pursuers, of which there were 3. 2 of which currently lay beside him in the city morgue now. 1 is not there. The 3rd person who was chasing the gnome appears to be missing. It seems that the gnome and his pursuers were moving towards your tavern. But the crazy thing is, it also seems that neither the gnome or the ones chasing him saw the blast coming. So I'd ask you again, are any of you familiar with any of the individuals that were about to approach your place of residence and business?
Nope.
No,
We were not expecting anyone.
We just opened. We don't have regulars yet.
There is the symbol.
Was Sploon in the troll skull?
No. You guys
No.
gave him early morning off. And you see that Sergeant Cromley's just standing there, patiently waiting, listening, looking at. They're all just. The 2 of them are just looking at the group of you and just trying to surmise each of your faces and expressions.
What do you mean the gnome didn't see it coming? And the chaser, did you like talk to them somehow?
No, young boy. It seems that, just from simple observation and a keen eye, it was clear that this gnome individual was on the run from these pursuers, and the direction in which they were traveling appeared to be making a beeline for your residence. Whatever struck them and caused this explosion, this fireball, from the looks of it, appears to have caught all of them off guard, as there was a bit of a shock expression on each of their faces. It does not appear that anyone in the chasing or pursuing party were the ones that cast it.
Well, it came from the roof. The annoying lady said that, right?
So it would seem that there is a 3rd party involved. Nevertheless, I don't want to jump to any conclusions. We'll have to speak with the Temple of Kelemvor and see if we can petition to have them speak with these bodies, get more clarification out of them.
We certainly don't know them, but we came by this place. My understanding, at least, looking at Killarian, is we came by this place relatively recently, so it could be they expected to meet someone else here.
We've probably been here, what, a couple weeks?
Yeah, I'd say you guys have been there about 3 weeks, 4 weeks now, almost a month, yeah. And then before that, like, Barnabas kind of looks at you, Eva, and he goes, well, I don't know if you are aware of this, young lady, but this establishment was out of business for quite a long time previously. And if I recall correctly, it was under the ownership of Volotham Gedarm before it had landed in your possession.
Yes.
Does this guy seem suspicious of us directly?
You can make an insight check. It's a little hard to read. You gather that he's trying to put pieces together, and from what he's understanding is that for whatever reason, these individuals were making a beeline to your residence, and so he's just, without trying to jump to conclusions, logic is dictating that, well, if they're going to your residence, there must have been a reason why. Do any of you know why? And he's just, he's not accusing you guys of doing anything or hiding information. He's just wondering if this is just a case of mistaken identity.
Mistaken identity of what?
We'll have to find out. But nevertheless, Barnabas will, he'll kind of conclude with, that he trusts you guys enough to divulge a lot more information than he generally would, as he would begin to tell you, he's worked with a majority of you as part of your first, introductory help to the city of Waterdeep and investigating the incident on the Tradesway. So he definitely remembers that, and he outright would tell you guys, he's not accusing any of you of any crimes, and he's extremely grateful to you, Talon, for registering with the Order of Magistrates and Protectors, because you would have been a frontline suspect. However, given that he knows you guys a little bit and trusts you guys a little bit, he is trying to assess the situation and involve you guys, but he's what's the word I'm looking for? He's just unsure of what the goal was with this attack.
Well, old boy, we'll be as interested as you are to hear what they have to say if you manage to get anything out of them, and you know where we are if we can help.
Yes, I greatly appreciate that, Ivandra. Well, if you guys have any questions of me, or you guys find anything out, don't hesitate to stop by my office. Let me know. I've heard you guys have been doing some work for the Blackstaff recently as well. Maybe you can speak with her, and maybe she has some clout on speaking with these now deceased individuals and getting some more information straight from the horse's mouth, as it were. Either way, trust the watch.
Good day.
To you as well, tell him. He sees, he kind of turns around and starts heading down your guys' stoop and starts making his way out. But with that, I mean, for the majority of the next hour or so, you watch as the smoke is now dissipated completely from the city street area. The Griffin Cavalry is now no longer giving overwatch to the alley itself. You see that the city guard are now slowly starting to dissipate, and they appear to have cordoned off the house that has now partially collapsed.
So guys, I was thinking.
Oh no.
And I do a lot of it. He said that he fled towards the Bent Nail, and it seems to kind of be a dead end. And we've chased people into the sewers before, involved with the Zentarum and the Xanathar. You think he could have gone down that grate over there?
That's a real possibility.
Would you guys want to go take a look?
You mean go underneath the city to the sewers, where like it's dark and creepy stuff might be?
You'll probably get to punch something.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Let's go.
Okay. So you guys are all heading down the sewers?
Yeah.
All
Because I
right.
don't really relish going down there. Yes.
Okay, so here's what we'll do. We will take a quick 5 or so minute break, let everyone get themselves situated, and then when we come back, we will venture into Waterdeep sewer system. Let's see what we can uncover.
Poop, probably.
Say again?
Probably poop.
I thought you said probably Floon.
Poop. Puke.
Hey.
Probably flown too.
That sounds like, wait, what? I thought you were on his side. Alright, so we'll take a quick break, and when we get back, we will see what the sewers have to offer.
I'm back. Hello?
Hey, welcome back.
Oh, okay.
I was just setting something up, so just give me a second. Just bear with me.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Just getting some stuff still set up here, so just give me a moment, please. Alright, everybody back?
Yes.
Cool. So, as you guys take a moment to gather your thoughts and make your way into the sewer entrance here in Jolto Alley. Is that what I'm understanding you guys are trying to do?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Going sewer diving.
So, a couple things. Let me pull up the right map first. Yeah, let's put you guys on the city map just so you guys get a feel for that. Change up the music a little bit. So, first and foremost, somebody give me a strength check to try to pull open the grate.
Oh, I got this. You want strength or athletics?
Strength.
Ah, well.
As Ellis is flexing there, Kalarian just opens it up.
Yes, so, I mean,
As long as it's open.
as you're in the process of like stretching out your muscle there and just kind of saying like, oh man, finally something I can actually do with my muscles, and then you watch as Kalarian just kind of like grabs onto it with a full hand and just starts like to pull back on it, and then it just pries open with a loud, you know, you guys see it and you're like, yeah, I could have done that. And kind of.
I just want to smile at Ellis.
Me, Clarion, do it. I dare ya. Just kidding, let's go.
Alright. So.
Debbie for what?
Never mind.
Okay.
So, as you guys make your way down into the sewers here of Waterdeep, I would like to know marching order.
Probably me first.
Okay.
I'll stand behind him with a torch.
Okay. Who else?
Barry's gonna set up a torch as well. Because he's blowing in that crowd.
Okay, torch. So, Perry, you're going behind Ellis?
I'd like to be in the middle of something.
Somewhere squishy, got it?
Tizia will be in the rear.
Okay.
But they have a second blast.
You betcha. Okay. So, first time for you guys making your way down into the sewer system here. As you pry open the grate that leads you into the sewer system here, you kind of look back over your shoulder and you see that Tally, who is just currently in the process of like reorganizing his shop, kind of looks back out through his window and sees you guys and just kind of tilts his head a little bit to the side and just says, like, you can't hear him, but he kind of mouths the words, you know, be careful. And you guys start making your descent down through the metal ladder that leads into the sewer system below.
I'll give him a thumbs up.
Okay, yeah. And he just kind of eyes you all as you guys make your way down there. Okay, Tal, you got it. As your feet make purchase onto the slick stone floor below of the city, you can hear the faint sounds of water rushing and dripping, and the smell of just rancid waste hits each of your noses.
Ooh.
It is extremely displeasing, and you guys kind of take a moment to gather your thoughts, and you see that Ellis and Perry both end up lighting torches to kind of brighten the surrounding areas. You now
don't smell too smell too bad down there.
Who would say that?
You guys are currently standing within what appears to be a four-way intersection as you guys make it to the base of this ladder here. Each of the corridors leading throughout this this sewer system, they all appear to be maybe about 10 feet across, about 6 to 8 feet high. Not very tall by any sense of the word, and it seems to be single file for a majority of it. With the light sources that you guys have, you can see down the pathways of most of them. Kalarian, go ahead and make a perception check. And Ellis, you can too if you like. You're second up to the front, so. Okay. You're not seeing any real identifying markers or anything. The stonework of the catacombs of the sewer, just it seems to be blended in very well together. You can see that it's extremely slick with water all around you as you guys try to work your way down through these tunnels. Which way do you guys go?
So soon after we get down, before we hit a branch, Ava's gonna look at Thalum and say, "Do you have a way to keep track of if anyone's following us?"
I mean, I could cast alarm on the entrance.
Not a bad idea to be safe. Don't really want to get.
But it would take 10 minutes, so.
Just as a note, Eva, once you made your way down the ladder, you say this to Talum, you look about you, and there are 4 branches to go. North, south, east, and west. Gotcha, Perry.
Oh, if it branches right away, then never mind.
Of course. Yeah, it right when you guys got down this ladder, it appears to branch in all 4 directions. And obviously you guys knew from where you guys were. It seems to be cardinal at the moment. And to the best you guys can tell with the combination of your dark vision and the light from the torches, the northern tunnel seems to curve to the left, maybe about 100 or so feet up. Can't really make out too much more than that. Looking in the other directions, the eastern tunnel appears to curve to the right and left. The southern tunnel and the western tunnel both go straight.
Anything?
Can I search for tracks?
Yeah.
Are you both searching? You can either each make a survival check or one with advantage.
I got a +2. I don't know about you.
Same. So doesn't matter either way. Let's both roll. No good. That's okay.
I think mine's lagging because I keep pressing in, nothing's happening.
Okay.
Oh no.
There it goes. 18, 20, 1,000. No, you rolled an 18. That's really good. Okay. So, are you casting alarm on the ladder, Talum?
I mean, while they're searching, if they finish searching before I finish, I can always cancel it, but it doesn't cost anything.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. So, you guys take a few moments to kind of search around the area here, and Eva, you're hard pressed to find anything. It's extremely rancid down here. Especially because you're like that. This is not my normal place of performance, so it's definitely distracting for you. Tizio, I would say you take some time, and with the light sources helping to clarify the difference between like shades of gray and color here within the tunnel system, you're not entirely certain, but it looks as if almost there is some sort of trail, as if the slick surface of the very narrow walkway that follows this sewer system, it appears to be, for lack of a better term, all gliding in one direction, and it appears to be going west.
Well, I'm not sure if he went this way, but it seems like at least something went to the west side.
It's too hard to make out if they were footprints or other things, but you notice that some kind of something living or moving went west.
That's more than nothing. Might as well start there.
Yeah, it's better than randomly picking.
Random is good.
Or splitting up the party 4 ways.
I don't think that was the plan.
Okay, so you guys continue on westward through this narrow, long tunnel. It's extremely difficult to kind of grasp time in this place, and as you guys are kind of moving slowly as to not kind of catch on anything slick, Tizio, you would end up, kind of taking the front in this position as you're following this trail. And you make your way down towards another branch off, maybe about 400 or 500 feet along this tunnel. And you can see that it now leads left and right. To the right, as you look up, this portion of the tunnel system appears to be wider. It expands out to maybe about 15 feet across, and the ceiling itself appears to be maybe about 20 feet high.
And they're both still sewers?
They're both still sewers. You can see now that there is a larger rushing of water traveling left from where you guys are currently standing. It appears to be rushing in one singular direction. So, like, essentially, since we're looking at the map here, you guys kind of went this way, and then it appears like it's going like this, but larger, like straight up and down.
I got you.
Yeah,
So it's like the main pipe or something.
essentially. But you guys aren't really sure if that's the main road that you're, underneath correlating wise.
Sure, but just kind of.
But yeah, like the sewer system expands. It gets extremely wide as you see the slush and waste enter into this larger system, and you can see that all the water seems to be rushing in a singular direction to your left versus to the right. You can go ahead and make another survival check if you like.
Can I cast guidance?
Sure. Eva, are you also rolling as well? And who were you casting guidance on? Just Tizio?
Tizio.
Okay, so go ahead and roll D4, Tizio. 5 total. Okay.
Yeah, I'll roll again. I was looking around.
Yeah. So Tizio, you're having a hard time now that you're entering into this larger chasm of the sewer system to kind of pick up on any kind of tracks or anything. Eva, I would say that you would notice that on the opposite side of this larger sewer system, so you got like a 5-foot walkway, about 10 feet of sewer water, you're not sure how deep it is, and then another 5-foot walkway on the opposite side. And over there, you can see heading to the left what appear to be, from the distance you're at, looks like footprints. You're not sure.
Something over there.
But you guys would have to get your way across the sludge.
I can ritual cast a disc on top of the sludge. Or we could try to jump.
Oh, how what's the width of the gap?
The entire, from end to end of the sewer system, it's 20 feet. So you'd have to jump over 10 feet of sewer water, so 15 foot total for the jump. Excuse me. If you guys are trying to jump over to that side, it would be a 15-foot run and jump.
I'll jump.
Okay, make an athletics check.
I'm just like, all right, everyone, get out of my way. I've been practicing. Wow.
You watch as Ellis takes a running leap. What's your strength score?
18.
18. Okay, yeah. You watch as Ellis just comes charging up through this narrow hallway, and as you enter into the larger part of the catacomb, you just leap and you just barely catch the edge of the other side.
Got it.
So what were you saying about a disc, Talon?
Floating disc. Could float We could just kind of like make the jump shorter, cut it in half, put it right in the middle.
Couldn't it just ferry us over?
No, that's not how it works.
As long as I don't get wet, I say go for the disc.
I mean, Ellis might be able to carry us over.
Just carry you over?
Yeah, can you jump back?
I definitely can't jump that. Well, I'll start ritual casting a disc.
Wait, so, the pool, how deep is the pool?
You don't know. The sound of the rushing water is moving quite quickly. It is a green-brown slosh right now. You cannot see the bottom at
Ew.
all.
So is it something where if we fall in, like, it would, like, freaking, take us away in the current? Or is it something we can kind of actually, like, fight to kind of, I guess, stay where we're at?
You gather just by looking at it that this current seems to be pretty strong. It's not like a rushing river, but you gather that this portion of the source system seems to be on some sort of an incline, and gravity is pulling everything in a direction, and therefore it is a little bit harder to fight against a stream. Like, if you were to just stand still, you would start floating downstream with it.
And I can only assume the sludge is on the floor as well. So even if it was like a 5 foot deep, we would probably be sliding along as well. So it's probably best we stay out of it.
I just realized the disc probably wouldn't work. It floats 3 feet above the ground, so it's not really high enough. I would assume.
You don't know how deep it is.
Can your little spirit thing that you summon, can you take a rope and then tie it off somewhere? Or?
I mean, it could carry a rope to Ellis.
There we go. That's an idea.
It does that.
Okay, so you hand off to your familiar a piece of your hemp rope, and you watch as it floats across over to Ellis.
Now what,
Grab it.
Perry?
What do you just want to... You want to... Do you actually... Are you gonna swim through the sludge? I mean, I can pull you out, but...
There's a current. Just hold on to the rope or tie it off somewhere.
Alright. I'll wrap it around my arm.
Okay.
I appear next to Ellis.
Absolutely. You watch as there's a quick mutter of incantation under Talon's breath, and you all see that, or under Talon's breath, and you see him shift almost from one place to the other, and just stands on the other side by side to Ellis. There's a slight.
That was nifty. Wish I could do that.
So this is sewer, and this is sludge is obviously sewage sludge. Would you consider it disease or poison?
Probably disease.
I mean, you would definitely get some sort of poisoning from it that can potentially lead to disease.
I'll just be direct. If I cast protection from poison, would that help me in any way?
No.
No. Okay. I'll take the rope.
I can increase your jump distance by 5 feet.
How many feet is it again?
You're essentially making a 15-foot jump.
Ain't fucking happening.
I can make it a 10-foot jump.
The worst part is I was going to take long stride. I mean, yeah, the jumping one, and I totally did not.
I say if you can give me a 10-foot jump, I could probably make that happen. But a 15-foot, I feel like is too much.
While you're in the air, I can just pull you at me.
What is the jumping rules? It's basically what 1 foot per strength.
It's 1 foot per strength, essentially, and then if you get a running start, So if you run up to 10 feet before the jump, it's helpful. What's your strength score?
14.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially where I'm looking at your strength score and I'm making a DC for it. For you, the DC would be higher than Ellis's because Ellis has a high strength score.
Does my little telekinetic pole 5 feet help the DC? If I do that for everyone who tries to top?
You're trying to pull him?
Like while he's in the middle of the air?
I gotta read this real quick.
As a bonus action, you can telekinetically shove or pull one creature towards you. And they can willingly fail the save, so it happens.
This is true. Sure. You can totally do that if you like. And it lasts for how long? It's a single action?
It's just a bonus action to do it.
No, I'm saying the spell itself. Does it last for a minute?
Oh, it's not a spell,
Oh, this
it's
is your
my feet.
Oh, gotcha. This is what you took. Yeah, sure, I'd allow that. That'll give you advantage on the roll.
Alright, and Perry's gonna jump for it.
Sure, go ahead and make a athletics check for me. With advantage. Yeah, okay, so a little bit timid at first, but you know, you kind of take a moment to take a deep breath and you cough as the the smell of excrement kind of hits your nose. And you just rush forward and leap off the edge of it, and then as you kind of make your way midway through, you feel this slight pull sensation just kind of grab onto your suit of armor and just kind of thrust you forward like some kind of like shock put, and then you just the gap, which didn't feel as close, now just seems within easy enough distance, and you watch as you land very closely next to Ellis, and he kind of like catches you to make sure you don't slip back in.
Oh, it's too close for comfort.
And then there were 3.
I guess I'll do the same.
Sure, make a athletics check for me. With advantage. But yep, you got it. Yeah, easy enough. Even before you before Talon gets the opportunity to reset and position himself to pull you, Calarian, you just kind of take a running leap and you, without faltering, make it to the other side.
Can I ride Calarian? Like,
I mean, that would
that's
put in a...
convenient.
Can he help throw us across before he does that?
I mean, he jumped already, so you're technically on the other side opposite him.
Well,
We didn't think this through, did we?
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Okay, Tizio's gonna hear Talon say that, and
There is a rope you can
do
tie to yourself.
I will tie the rope around myself. And yeah, I'm gonna try and take a running jump. I know we. No, never mind. Yeah, I'll do a running jump.
This is gonna end poorly.
Yeah, go for it.
See,
So
It's not. It's gonna be athletics, not acrobatics, correct?
this is correct. This is an athletics check. This is pure leg muscle to jump 15 feet across.
All right. Would have been a +3, but now it's a +0.
Well, you get advantage because Talon is ready and waiting to help you as you get halfway across.
Oh boy.
So,
Wait, I can't.
go
I
on.
can't use
What?
inspiration for any of that, can I?
Your GM inspiration.
Correct. Yeah.
I mean, you already had the advantage. Advantages don't stack. So unfortunately not. Oh boy. Okay, so you all watch as Tizio kind of takes a moment and he looks and he sees kind of the numbers, Mason, the numbers. They're going through his mind, and he goes and he starts running and running, and right as he gets up to the edge of the lip right near Eva, his foot just slicks out from under him, and you watch him go ass over tea kettle, head first into the sludge. You hear this loud
Yeah.
and he is just
My hair.
you don't see him right now in the water. About 2 or 3 seconds go by. Make a strength saving throw for me. Okay. You see him emerge about 10 feet down the sewerway, and he is sliding.
Wait,
Thankfully,
was he holding on to the rope?
I did say I tied myself to the rope.
it's a 50-foot piece of rope.
That's true.
So, but he is currently drifting down about 10 feet away
I'll
from
grab the
you,
rope
Ellis.
and start hauling him.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so with enough time, I would say, Tizio, you probably end up taking, just from hitting the rock, the bottom of the surface, it's not super deep. It's maybe about 4.5 feet or so.
I don't think I can swim, y'all.
You take a point of bludgeoning damage, but you just kind of like ass first into the water, and you kind of like bang your head for a moment, and then as you guys see him emerge on the other side splashing around, you're able to work your way up, and you get him over to the edge and pull him on. You were completely covered in like disgusting waste. Yeah, I'm sure you can tell him starts rushing over, starts cleaning it up.
You got this, Ava.
So now the rope is completely on the side that everyone else has jumped on.
The familiar carries it back.
Okay, fair enough.
Ava's going to cast press on the rope before tying it around herself.
Of course.
Cast what? I missed that.
Prestidigitation.
Oh, clean it off. Okay.
Yeah. Get with
Well-
the times, Talon.
Shit.
Literally. What's your strength score?
11.
So, not sure which is funnier, Tizio or Ellis just being too excited to kind of like jump across eagerly. You start rushing and you jump, and Tizio, like, you're kind of, or not, yeah, Talon, you're kind of like in the process of trying to clean up Tizio, and then you look and you see Eva had jumped, and real quickly you just pulled her, but you pulled her too soon, and you watch as she falls short by like 5 feet, right? So she gets like pulled towards the center, and then the arc just doesn't make it, and she goes splosh right into the water.
Oh, that's a bummer. I'll tug the rope.
Yeah, and with enough time, you too, Ava. Oh, you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage just from impacting in. You guys are able to pull her also out of the water, and now you guys are on the other side, but completely perturbed by the situation.
Tizio in this moment here, he's gonna be he's gonna grab a rock and kind of go through his satchel to make a kind of like a scented I don't know, cologne rock type thing.
So you're making a Yankee Candle?
Yeah, essentially for himself, kind of give a mint smell.
Sure, easy enough to do.
Yeah, you know when it's like you smell half of BO and half of Axe body spray? That's what it's like.
So just Axe body spray.
Essentially. But
It's trying to cover up the scent of a sewer. Just mixes in.
yeah, you just, you rub the Visine under the nose and call it a day. So you guys make it to the other side of this larger portion of the tunnel system. You take a look around and kind of gather your thoughts. The tracks that were there on the other side are completely gone now. You cannot really discern them too well because of all of the sludge and slickness that has been Tizio and Eva getting pulled up onto the side. However, you do stand there and you do see that the tunnel extends to the north and south. Which way do you guys go? If you
So we lost.
well, you lost
Sorry.
the trail. You lost the trail immediately where you guys had jumped to. Eva saw the trail on the other side. You guys tried to jump over there to follow it. Because there was about like a 10-foot spacing of rope and you guys pulling them up, all that water and slosh kind of washed away some of it. So whoever wants to, they can make another survival check to look for tracks. DC's a
I'll
little
take
bit
it.
higher.
I think it was this way.
Okay,
She'll adjust herself.
I can
Would-
try and continue.
How
checking.
far off did the tracks go?
Yeah, can we just walk a little north and a little south and see if we see them again?
Because I'm just curious, like, if we brought people up out of the shit,
Mhm.
like, it would only, really small space. It wouldn't. It's not like
Well-
we just coated the whole area with shit.
Well, so you figure about 10 feet of space or so has been disturbed by you guys, dealing with the water and stuff. But however, yeah, you guys can walk up and down the hallways a little bit and take some time to look for it. After a little bit of time, Ellis, yeah, you would see that there appear to be some semblance of tracks continuing on southward.
All right. I think our culprit went this way.
Cool.
Onward, scrubs.
Hopefully, there's no more large sewer gaps.
I hope so too. And you, as Tizio's walking, you hear the.
Yeah, I scrubbed you down.
Yeah, he used prestidigitation. You're dry and clean.
Yay! Never mind them.
The cavern still stinks, but you're dry at least. So yeah, so you guys continue to press on, and you make your way further, to the best you can tell, south through this tunnel system. The loud rushing of water directly on your sides. You continue on this way for a good 30 or so minutes. And as you're doing so with the lights of any torches and light sources you have available, you guys are looking, and you can see that they're now on this portion of the sewer system. The overall structure appears much older. Some elements of it appear to be cracked on the walls and a little bit on the roofings. There is a larger presence of like condensation dripping down from the rooftops itself. But you get the sense that, everything seems to be intact. You're not getting like worried that it's gonna like collapse or anything like that. But as you guys are making your way southward, you guys come across what appears to be a narrow but sturdy looking walkway that continues going southward, and then you see that the path diverges to the left and to the right. Taking a look around, this would be about the point where you're not kind of seeing any more tracks at this point. So you guys can go ahead and roll another survival check if you'd like. Okay. Go ahead and roll a d4, Eva. There you go. That's 20 total. Okay. So taking a look here at this intersection, you're not noticing anything that looks like footprints any longer. You're not sure entirely if what you saw were footprints further up the tunnel because of the distance you guys were looking. It just appeared to be some semblance of movement within this tunnel. As you're here at this next intersection looking about, you can see that to the left appears to be about a 10-foot alcove that extends further in. Maybe about, let me double check. About 20 or so feet in. And it doesn't appear to be part of the sewer system. Like the sewer system, you know, is continuing on straight, but this appears to be like some sort of alcove that juts inward.
You said like 20 feet away? Or...
Well, so like, here, let me see if I can visually draw this for you. So like, you know, you guys are in the sewer system like this. There's a waterway that brings you to the left and to the right. This continues down south. Almost like a T intersection, right? And then on the left side, or from your perspective on the left side, there appears to be like an alcove of some sorts that dips inward away from the water. So the water's like here, but it's an alcove going in somewhere else.
Can I fly my bat over there and see if there's like a door or something?
Yeah. So you fly your bat over, make a perception check. You get advantage because echolocation and whatnot.
So 13.
Okay. So you take a moment to fly in through this alcove. You see a number of things. There's no doorway or anything. It just appears to be a collapsed in part of the sewer system that leads into what appears to be like some sort of like antechamber. You're not entirely sure, but the walls are made of heavier stone, different stone than what the sewer system is made out of. And as you kind of do a quick pass inside, there's no light sources or anything. You hear the faint sounds of like squeaking of mice or something like that. You're not entirely sure. And you kind of look around and you see that there are a few large piles of just like refuse just piled up in corners. You can see what appears to be like maybe some semblance of like a bed, but you're not entirely sure. You can see that this larger antechamber splits off into like a very long, narrow hallway of sorts, but it's not a hallway per se. It's more like your bat would have to land and kind of crawl through, almost like a crawl space that leads down one path that appears to be a dead end of some sort. You're not entirely sure. And then adjacent to the alcove would be another larger room with like what appears to be a small wooden box of some sort, and you gather like the semblance of clothing and stuff like that.
There's definitely some stuff over there. You guys want to head over, see if we find anything?
Lead the way.
Yes.
I do not lead the way.
I'm looking at Ellis and Calarian.
I was hoping you would.
I'll lead the way.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys make your way over there, and as you guys make your way inside this larger antechamber, Ellis and Calarian, go ahead and make perception checks, or one at advantage, your call.
Guys, I haven't rolled base above a 10 all night. Just been great.
Oh, did the refuse piles look like what was in the alley that one time?
Make an intelligence check.
Oh yeah, rolling like gods.
You're not entirely sure. It looked like a lot, like it looked like a hoarder's nest of crap.
Cool.
So Ellis and Calarian, you guys kind of push your way in through the tumbled rocks and debris that seem to have exposed this internal room or chamber of sorts. And as you guys kind of like press your way in, you can see that the walls themselves are slightly slick with condensation. You gather probably from slush and whatever refuse had splashed over from the nearby sewer system. As you guys get further into the room itself, you can see that the walls are a lot drier and smoother, and you start to notice that the actual texture of the stone is different. It appears to be more refined and sanded down, a lot smoother than the sewer system itself. As you guys make your way deeper in and the rest of you are following behind, there are a number of various piles of what appear to be like leftover bones, clothing, driftwood pieces of debris. You're seeing like leather boots and you know, rusted iron daggers, swords, pieces of metal, scrap material, like all over the place. You kind of look around and try to gather your thoughts for a moment, and you can see that there's maybe a very small, like 5-foot opening hole. Not a pathway per se, but like a hole 5 feet wide or something that's just kind of burrowed out through the far wall. You can see that to the right of this stone chamber appears to be an extension of the room itself, although partially collapsed in. You can see that there appears to be more of the same refuse there. However, it appears to be sorted, almost as if, you know, leathers and cloth garments are in one pile, and as you get closer in, another assortment of piles seems to have a collection of various metals and things like that.
Is the chest in this room or is that farther in?
The chest is in that room.
Can I mage hand it open?
You attempt to, and it appears to be locked.
Well, that's past my department.
This is creepy.
But as you... Huh?
Can I cast Evil and Good on myself?
Protection from evil and good?
Apologies. Detect Evil and Good.
Sure, yeah. You detect evil and good, and... Hold on. Yeah, you don't sense any presence that would trigger your awareness. But as you guys are currently standing there in the midst of this entire room of refuse, let me pull you over to that map.
Ooh, fancy.
It's just a battle map. It's not a big deal. So, let me know when you guys can see this.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, cool. So, for lack of my ability to draw, this is the sewer water that you guys have traveled through. This is the broken chamber that you guys had entered into. This section here is where the majority of refuse piles are that are unsorted. This is the chamber where you saw the box. This down here is the 5-foot opening that appears to be traveling further down the tunnel. But like it's like low to the ground. It's a very small gap. It doesn't look like it's like man-made. It looks like it's carved into.
Ooh, there's 2 Ellises.
There are 2 Ellises. Let's delete one.
We could keep both.
Nope. So go ahead and place your guys' selves within the area where you guys think you would be about, generally looking.
Oh, because I cast Mage Hand, that has like a 30-foot range from the chest, so I'd probably be...
Yeah, so the chest specifically is back here. Like in this back corner.
So I'd probably be over here or something.
Okay.
You know, around the corner in case it explodes.
Absolutely. This is about where everyone else would be? Okay. So while Perry's in the process, Perry, are you back there casting the Detect Good and Evil, or did you move up and try to scan the room?
I feel like after just seeing that something had been living here, he would cast it and then start moving forward.
Okay. So, as you begin walking around trying to pace the area of the room or so, that's when you start seeing the large piles of unsorted refuse to the side of you start shifting and moving.
I want to hit it.
Yeah, absolutely, you will. Let's go ahead and get the
Not
initiative
again.
tracker open. Let me clear it out real quick.
I was just waiting for something to move.
So, let me show you what's going on.
Wow.
We're rolling initiative, right?
We are
I
rolling
obviously was
initiative,
not
yep.
waiting.
In the
Waiting
future, we
well
should
enough.
probably just whack piles of trash. Put that waiting for them at all.
I mean, I kind of figured that they were, what, you know. But, oh boy, I'm in melee. This is gonna end well.
So, while these mounds of refuse start moving around, you also start seeing that a large number of squeaks and squawks and chitters and start making their way as you guys have started to disturb this resting place. Let me get these guys in the initiative tracker. Yeah, like that. Good roll. Good roll for them.
Man, my Detect Evil and Good didn't see these guys? The fuck up?
They're unaligned.
Oh.
Pile of trash is categorized as evil.
Okay. Everybody in the tracker? 1, 2. I think so. So with that, let's just change up the music a little bit, and I believe Perry, with the highest initiative, gets to go first.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'm dead. Do I have any idea what they are?
So the piles of trash.
Yeah.
So once they start moving around, you immediately recognize them as the same kind of like similar scrap heap that attacked you guys in the alleyway.
Oh, okay. That's not good.
You watch as the slow moaning motion of it just kind of starts like clambering in your direction.
I'm trying to zoom in so I can see better.
Mm-hmm.
So I will cast for Marauders, Guidance, and Guiding Bolt.
Guiding bolt? Okay.
This one here.
Okay, so that is a swarm of rats.
Oh shit, no, screw that. This one here.
Okay. Yep, so go ahead and make your attack roll. 20 definitely hits. Alright, so you release out your bolt of divine energy towards that shambling mound. Make sure he doesn't have any resistances. No, he does not. Awesome. Yeah, so you definitely just strike him into the chest, or it into the chest. You watch as it just kind of motions on the impact, and you see some bits of cloth and leather start falling to the ground.
And then I will move forward.
Alright. Tizio.
Okay, I got this. I'm gonna finally activate my armor, and I'm just going to move down over here and end my turn.
Okay, which phase of armor are you activating?
Infiltrator.
Okay, thanks. Okay, yeah. So, how did you activate it? Like, do you have a special way of doing it? No, it's
I
not
didn't think that far. So no, at least not currently.
No, you're good. because roll 20 is the best. Yeah, it auto defaulted these tokens to allow you to see the health for some reason. Let me know if they're gone.
They are gone.
Okay, cool. Thanks for that. Okay, so yep, you activate your infiltrator armor. You kind of waltz forward and you just kind of slam your fist into your chest, and you hear the whirling sound of it activating. Eva. Ooh, everyone rolled so low.
I'm gonna move to start.
Yeah.
Harry and I.
Then I'm going to vicious mockery and shout out, "Goddamn piles of trash again!"
Okay. Yeah. No, it has an intelligence higher than 4. Wisdom save, yes. Wonderful.
Yeah. There's the.
I don't understand how it has an intelligence higher than 4, but let's do it. No, super fail. Okay. So, yeah, you mock it viciously. Which one are you targeting? This one or this one?
Oh, the one at the top.
One at the top. Thank you very much.
So 2 damage and disadvantage on its next attack roll.
All right.
And then we'll bonus action Ellis take a Bardic Inspiration die.
Oops.
I'm pretty good at dissing trash.
Perfect. That ends
That's
your
it for
turn?
me.
All right.
Yep.
So with that, Talum, as you start making your way closer and you start rummaging with the mage hand against this apparently locked wooden box, you start hearing this skittering at your feet. And are you still looking through your bat at the time? Because it's dark in this area.
Well, mage hand I can't, right? Because it takes an action. Like, it takes an action to look through my eyes. So I had to cast mage hand.
Okay, so you can't currently see anything in front of you because it's extremely dark. You see that there's a light emanating from behind you, kind of flickering in. You just hear it before you feel it, and you watch as this. You feel this like blurring motion of like some kind of like moving object just rushes up towards your feet and attempts to bite at you. Oh yes, it can occupy your space, so I'm going to say that it's occupying your space, and it is going to attempt to bite you. Missing, so that one's just going to be in your space. I'm not going to actually put it in there. Perry, you see that this group of rats is just going to start falling over on top of each other away from this large pile of refuse, and it's just going to start clambering on top of your armor and attempt to bite you as well.
No.
Yeah, because they're so strong.
I mean, it's a lot of damage.
Yeah, if it hits the heavy armor-plated guy.
Nope.
All right, so definitely you watch as it's having a hard time trying to bite through your heavily plated feet, but that will end their turn. Talon.
So am I within the range of like dim light? Like, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, Calarian was holding a torch, so yeah, you're within range.
Okay.
You can see.
And in that case, I don't know how swarms work. Am I allowed to use a spell that targets a creature?
I mean, the swarm itself is, I guess, the creature. So yeah, you could target the swarm.
Okay. In that case, I will use this spell. Tasha's Mind Whip.
Okay. Just the intelligence save?
Yep. And then stuff happens depending on if they fail.
Okay. Well, so is there a restriction on their intelligence level? Like, Vicious Mockery?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so let's roll a terrible roll. Yeah, no, he it definitely succeeds. So you just kind of lash out with this mental whipping image as it latches onto a large majority of the swarm that's currently surrounding you.
And because it loses its reaction, I will be walking away.
Yes, you would be.
I get 30 feet, right?
Yep, you get 30.
I don't really know where to go.
It also takes 3d6 psychic, so it took 8.
Yep.
Alright. Let me see. Where do you want to go?
That was 25. Or I shall go there. Hopefully that doesn't go further.
Oh, okay. I'm going to move him to where he was, because he was in your space. Perfect. And then, let's see. On its turn, it only gets to choose one of 3 actions
Move, action, or bonus action.
for 1 round, right? Yeah.
It's kind of spicy.
Yeah, no, so for its next turn, it can only do one of the 3 things.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Anything else?
I'll go ahead and bonus action shove the mound back 5 feet.
It has to make a strength check, right?
Yeah, DC 15.
Okey-doke.
It is unaffected.
Excellent. Alright. Ellis. Finally.
Finally! Let's see. I guess I am going to rage.
Yes.
Because I was like, alright, I guess I'll take out the trash. And I will... Well, I liked working with the tail, so I'm gonna bring out the tail for this one.
You bet.
Let's see.
Pardon me.
Pile of trash, pile of trash, pile of trash, right?
So the 2 darker colors are swarms of rats. The green
Oh,
ones
rats.
are piles of trash.
Rats and trash. Oh, right.
As are sewers.
Man, rats and trash. I'm gonna start with the trash.
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25. Alright, I can get there. Easily enough. Going to attack him.
You bet. Doing reckless or anything?
Nope.
Okay. 12. You slam down with your maul onto this large pile of just moving refuse, and you watch as you hit it. You make contact, and you watch as some
Inspiration.
of the
Bardic inspiration time.
yeah, you have it.
Bards are 4. Add 3 to it.
You watch as you slam down with this maul, and you take a large chunk of debris off to the side with it, dealing a nice chunk of damage. Alright, anything else you want to do?
That's all I got.
Okay. Nice one. Clarion.
Sorry, I missed it. What is going on with this guy? Is he webbed or something?
Which one? I'm sorry.
The one on the left here.
He is psychically webbed. He's just, you see a very faint trail of this golden bit of aura connecting between Talum and this pile of rats that's just currently, they almost look to be frozen in place, but still moving. It's very weird.
And if I attack it, will that break it?
No, it doesn't say that in the spell.
We'll
just
go
says-
attack it.
Yeah, go for it. 17 definitely hits. All right.
And I'm gonna also add on Divine Smite.
Yeah, go for it. For an extra 7. Nice. Yeah, you just crush down on it with a spark of radiant energy, and you watch as a large number of them that are unable to move just get sliced in half, and you see blood and viscous just pouring out onto the ground as you hear the loud squeaking, squealing sounds of their demise. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. That brings us to these large piles of trash. This one has disadvantage on its attack, but it doesn't know that, so it's going to go ahead and shamble its way forward. Just going to move straight on forward, and he's going to just attempt to grab at you. Let's see here. He actually gets... He makes 2 slam attacks. If both attacks hit, then you are grappled. So he's going to make his slam attack against you at disadvantage. That is a miss. And a miss. 2 nat 1s. Nice. And that should remove the disadvantage from his turn. This one, Ellis, is going to go ahead and make 2 attacks against you.
Alright. I'll use my tail to deflect.
Absolutely. So the first one for 22. So that brings your AC up to 19, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Jesus.
So 19 unfortunately doesn't hit, so you'll take...
Every time I'm gonna stop bringing out the tail because I feel like you roll exceptionally well when I have the tail up.
I don't know. We'll find out in the next one. So you'll take 7 points of bludgeoning damage from the first strike. 12 points, and 6 points of bludgeoning damage from the second strike. And you all watch as I need you to make a, No, you're just engulfed. Yeah, you all watch as this large mound just kind of pulls up around Ellis like a small wave and just completely engulfs him in refuse. And you all watch as the light that Ellis is holding just currently just snuffs out as he's engulfed. You are currently blinded and restrained, and you are unable to breathe.
Oh, that's great.
Let's see. I'm just going to pop that right there so you can see it. And that will end its turn. Perry.
Right. Perry will cast this bonus action.
Yes.
And take a whack at this guy.
Okay, so it has to make a wisdom save, right? Constitution.
Oh no.
12 unfortunately does not hit.
So he doesn't have to make anything.
So the next time you hit a creature...
It's
yeah, so you haven't hit it yet. Pardon me. Okay. Okay, yeah, so yeah, you reach up with your Warhammer that you just made. It's +2 total, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that would have been 13, right? Or no, you already added that.
Yeah, he has it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you reach back with your Warhammer and you slam into it, and you see some of the leathers and old boot straps and stuff fly off to the side, but it doesn't seem to be affected by the impact at the moment, as you're currently in the process of trying to like fight off this swarm that's currently trying to bite at your feet. Movement, stay where you are.
I will stay there.
All right, Tizio.
To go ahead and stretch my arm out, and in the middle of my palm, there's like a gem, and from there, there's like an electricity that builds up and then shoots out at the the rats that are next to Perry.
Okay. Remind me, is that a straight line or is that just a single target?
Single target for that.
Okay.
I'll double check here.
Okay, so just so you're aware, the rats are currently in Perry's space. I don't want to throw tokens on top of each other. So I would say if you do this, you're probably going to hit Perry.
It's fine.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. I think Perry has a high AC, so hopefully it land in between.
Well, show me the spell, because is it you making an attack roll, or is it a saving throw?
An attack roll.
Okay, so go ahead and make your attack roll. That's fine. If it was a saving throw, then I'd involve Perry. Otherwise, you're just targeting the rats. Yeah, so 17 definitely hits. And let's see, on each of your turns, when you hit a creature, you can deal an extra 1d6 to the... Okay, cool. Nice. So 15 total, right?
That is correct, yes.
Alright, and they do not get the wonderful benefits of protection from that. So yeah, so you just send this surge of very small electrical charges that just kind of and strike onto this large number of rats that are currently curling up at your feet, Perry. And you watch as a large number of them just trail off and diminish immediately.
So I did not harm Perry?
No.
Thank the
I didn't
heavens.
break my AC, fortunately.
Well, no. I was asking if it was not an attack roll, if it was a saving throw, you would have also had to save for it. But he said it's an attack roll, so he was just focusing on the rats.
Oh, okay, I got you now.
Yeah. So,
No bonus on my end, so that will actually I'm gonna move down here.
okay.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
You got it. Eva. You watched your most recent best friend is now engulfed. No
Okay,
longer
so
visible.
First off, you've gotten out of worse shit than this before, Ellis. Take another bardic inspiration die. Good luck.
He is deafened. He did not hear you.
Oh.
You don't know that though.
Well, I didn't know that, so.
Yep.
Bummer. And I'm going to target the same shambling mound that's on the top. I'm just going to vicious mockery.
Or actually, you know what? Hold on. I'm sorry. I misread. He's just blind and restrained. He heard you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, my apologies.
Yeah, so we'll vicious mockery the one at the top again.
Absolutely. Another wisdom
I don't know if
save.
piles of trash have mothers, but if they do, yours is a even worse pile of trash.
This is wisdom, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Take that as a compliment.
Flat roll. Not enough.
Alright, so it's 4 and disadvantage again.
Absolutely. Okay.
And I might move a little.
Sure.
We'll go there.
Sounds
I'm done.
good. Next, Clarion. Actually, tell him. Does it take additional psychic damage, or was that just a one thing?
Yeah, just a one thing.
Okay, cool. So for its single action, it's going to attempt to attack Galarian. And it's going to fail miserably as you guys are heavily armored, and it attempts to just like claw and bite at your feet as now a large number of it has diminished significantly, and it's just going to angrily try to swarm up in your space.
They can't move.
Oh, you're right, they can't move. Well, yes, you're right. So then they can't bite you either. So
then it could move.
right. So it'll just swarm up into your space. Attempting to claw in its way into your armor as best it can for its turn. So that will remove that condition. And then moving over to the other pile of rats that are currently now severely reduced in number, thankfully, Perry, but it is still going to attempt to clamber onto you. And make a single attack.
Yeah.
Unsuccessfully. Yeah, you guys are tank monsters. But it's extremely annoying that they're clambering all over you. Tell them.
I would like to try something fun.
Sure.
How big are these mounds? Would they be considered like medium, large?
They are considered large.
Oh, okay.
So actually, so
Well-
their tokens should be bigger, but because I think they're like this then.
Yeah, they're 2x2 if they're
Yep.
large.
Sorry, thank you. So let's scooch down a little bit.
And you know, if they were smaller, does it seem like they'd still be able to engulf people? Or would I not know? I mean, it's very likely I wouldn't know.
I mean, just based on wording, the shambling mound engulfs a medium or smaller creature grappled by it. So I think regardless of size, if it grapples you, it's going to try to engulf you like a blob.
Okay. In that case, I will just. Yeah, I'll just Mind Sliver the one that has Ellis.
Sure. What do I need to do for that?
And save.
Intelligence. Ooh, the best. Alright. So. Fails.
So just 3 damage,
Oh.
and and minus a D4 to a saving throw within the end of my next turn.
Noted. -4 saving throw.
D4. I'll remember it if it comes up.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Thank you very much. Staying where you are?
Yes. I'm good where I am.
Alrighty. Ellis, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I've been rolling so well all night.
Oh, you're
I believe in you, Ellis.
Yeah, there you go.
Ah, look at me go.
But the description says the saving throws at the start of the mound's turns.
Is it at the mound's turn? Da, 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 da.
Yeah, but we like that saving throw, so.
Yeah, I will keep it. But yeah, you're right. Thank you for clarifying that. I don't use shambling mounts too often. Good to know. But what is your Constitution modifier?
That was a modifier, not a saving throw.
It's-
Saving throw is +2, so it's a 21.
His modifier's a 3.
I see that. Okay. Yep. So you're good. So 3 minutes of breath holding. So you're good for now. Okay. What are you doing, Ellis? You are currently blinded and restrained. And for some reason, all the garbage and refuse is pushing on your esophagus.
I hammer at this thing.
Trying to swing at it?
Yep.
Okay. Make a attack roll at disadvantage.
I will use reckless attack to make it normal.
You bet. Go for it. Okay. 12 unfortunately does not.
Add inspiration to make it a 16.
You betcha. So 16, yeah. So you hear Ellis yell, or Eva yell through in a muffled sound, and you kind of hear her, and you get the sense that she's picking on you. Gives you a little bit of anger as you forcefully jam your maul into its side. Does a good chunk of damage. Doing anything else? Oh wait, you can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all I got.
No, yeah, because I forgot. Grapple. Okay. Galarian.
Same thing. I'll smack this mound of rats.
Go for it. 19 definitely hits.
And that's it.
9 points. Yeah. You watch as the very few remnants of rats that are now still alive are just angrily hissing in your direction, but there's very few of them left. That brings us to the mound's turn. So this mound here is just going to start making his way forward, and it's going to drag you along with him, Ellis. Oops, as I move the map. Good job, me. So, I'm just going to go about here. And he's going to bring you with him. And doesn't say it can't engulf more than one, right? Nope. Yes, it can only have one. Damn.
Yeah.
I was so excited. But what it is
Swallow
going to
us
do
all.
is it's going to start clambering towards you, Perry, and making some slam attacks. And since it is opposing you with another one, it will get advantage. First. Second. Second fails. But you watch as the first one slams into your back as it starts and just slamming into the back side of you. You weren't expecting it at first. And that'll end its turn. Because you already made the con save, so.
Yeah. Well, still gonna make it.
Well, that was for Ellis. Ellis had to make a con save at the mount's first turn.
Oh, sorry. Attack. Which one? So which one did I hit initially? Was this one, right? Or was
You've been hitting this one up top.
Well, with my guiding bolt, was it this one?
It was the one below, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna swing at that one. Oh my god! I'm gonna roll that.
Yep. Okay. 18 does hit.
Serious mind with the con save.
Is it 18 total or just 9?
I don't know why my settings are all messed up.
So 9 plus 2, right? All right.
Yeah.
Right. So it takes 11, and then I believe. Oh yeah. Okay. So you watch as you slam down onto its body, and the burning sensation just kind of starts emitting and peeling off some of the leathers and ambers on it. Anything else?
No, that's all I got left.
Okay. Tizio.
I could be incorrect on this because cones always kind of throw me off.
What size?
It's 15.
Okay, give me a second. There. See the 15-foot cone at the bottom?
Yes, I do. Alright, so if I move there, I should be able to hit all 3 of the creatures, or no?
So if you're trying to target it like this, yes, but you could also-
hopefully, yeah. Yeah, I know
Parry.
Perry would get hit, yeah.
Okay.
But as long as I get all 3, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, I'll allow that. What
Okay.
are you trying to do?
I'm going to charge up both of my fists and just kind of pound them together. For Thunder Wave.
Thunder Wave, Constitution save, or they get pushed 10 feet back, right?
That is correct. And do they? I've seen people do it differently. If they can't move, do they take like improvised weapon damage if they hit up?
Well, hold on. So just so you're aware, so Thunder Wave is a 15-foot or cube. So that's not a cone. So that means Talum, Eva, Perry, and one Shambling Mound would hit it. So let me give you the appropriate square spell template for that.
Ooh, I'm sorry, I misread. Yeah.
So it's 10 feet. So this one is 15-foot cube.
Still hit all the other 3. It would just also hit Talum and Eva as well.
Yeah. So let me get rid of that. So 15-foot cube centered on you. So that
Is
would
it
be
centered
like,
on you?
It's from self.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't know if you could place it, but yeah.
no, yeah. So 15-foot cube centered on you would basically hit all these people, and it probably would. It barely. Yeah, it'll hit the both mounds and the rats, but everyone here will have to make a saving throw.
What if instead of moving that way, I moved myself? Shoot. Sorry, I can't control the cube.
You
right
can now. But yeah, go ahead. I mean that. So centered on
Shoot,
you.
never mind. Yeah.
You're gonna hit. You're gonna hit your allies doing this.
Yeah, sorry, I misread. I thought it said cone for some reason.
Nope, you're good.
Then I will
What are you doing?
I will. Sorry, I believe I was there originally. So I'm just going to do magic missile to the rats.
To the rats on the right, left, where?
Oh, I'm sorry, on the right.
Okay, so level 1, level 4.
Level 1. That's all I got.
Okay, so you do 9 points of bludgeoning damage or force damage to the rats. Nice. And you watch as these small missiles just kind of target out right onto the few rat piles that are there, and you see splotches of them pile off and fly off to the sides. Nice. Anything else?
I'm gonna move back. Actually, next to Fairy.
You bet.
That'll end my turn.
Okay, Eva.
All right. So I am going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the shambling mound at the bottom,
Okay.
in the hopes that if it hits, it will laugh up Ellis because it must fall prone and incapacitated.
Okay.
So wisdom save.
You bet. Oops, wrong thing.
And that one has the minus D4.
Yes, it does.
Thanks, Alan.
Yeah.
Intelligence. Terrible. Aha! Minus. So
it's a-
either way, it fails.
It's a wisdom save, not an intelligence save.
I thought it said. Oh no, creature with intelligence. Sorry.
You have wisdom.
I mean, it's worse that it's an intelligence save anyway, but sure. Either way, it fails. So you watch as you don't hear laughter, but you watch as the mound kind of like slides down like Play-Doh kinda, and starts looking like it's heaving up and down. A reaction you've seen before when Talon had done it previously. Does not throw up Ellis though.
Darn. It is prone and incapacitated at least.
Prone and incapacitated. Yep. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. Brings us to the swarm of rats. We're gonna make their failed attempt against you, Calarian, excuse me.
You say that.
Oh, they're rats.
You're right.
Yeah. So that one will fail. This one here is... Yeah, they're just gonna keep gnawing at you as best they can, Perry. Just not able to tear through that plated armor that you have on.
Mm-hmm.
They're only scary when they hit the wizard. Speaking of... Talon.
Oh, yeah, okay. I shall. So we have S in there. I am just going to magic missile the one with Alice inside of it.
Go for it. What level?
Just first level.
First level. Okay, so 12 points of force damage. You got it. Which I don't think it gets resistance to. Nope. Perfect. Okay.
And a bonus action, I don't know, try to push it.
Try to push it.
The one with Ellison, I'll try to push it 5 feet, I don't know why.
Of
Doesn't
course.
really matter. And it meets it, so it doesn't matter.
Alrighty. Anything else?
Bonus action, so...
You got it. Ellis. You felt
I'm still trapped in this thing, so
Mhm.
I'm gonna continue to swing at it from the inside.
Reckless?
That's Yep.
Oh, okay.
What's prone? So does he get advantage? though he's
It's prone, but he's also restrained, so it's
Yeah, all the shit cancels out.
yeah, it's a straight roll.
Yeah. But you shouldn't have to reckless then to get it canceled.
He's right. But well, no, I mean because technically, I mean that would also force him to be prone as well because he's with it. So just do a
God.
straight roll. Well, straight roll.
Or it is.
We're not going to get into the technicalities on that. 23 definitely hits. 11 points of bludgeoning damage. As you angrily force your way out as best you can. You can hear your friends clambering as the sound of rats and metal on debris are flying off in all directions, and you were just constantly like just 1 inch punching it with your maul. You can always try to escape it if you wanted to.
I wouldn't know what the point would be if it would just swallow me again, so I'm gonna kill it from the inside.
Galarian, what you doing?
Nothing.
Slashing at the rats?
Yeah, I mean, I guess how is the swarm looking?
Terrible. There's very few left, and with that last slash, you completely annihilate that last batch.
Okay. Then I'm gonna use movement to swing over here,
You bet.
and that'll be it.
Okay. Alright, so this mound here, noticing that it's not getting a good meal, is going to shift over a little bit towards the next closest target and take 2 swings at Tizio. They have an intelligence of 5. They know that they're hungry. What's your AC? 17 just meets
17, yeah.
it. So that will be
33
points.
damage.
32. Because
Tizio is down.
Are you really?
Yeah, I had 29.
Gotcha. Okay, so 2 things happen. 1, you are knocked unconscious and engulfed by this creature. And you watch as Tizio's form just kind of gets clobbered and then sucked in. Ellis, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. And the Shambling Mound needs to... Okay. So... You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage from the inside as it's just... While it's laughing and incapacitated, it's the moving of materials inside is slowly crushing you. You're still having a hard time holding your breath. But it's also going to make another wisdom save, I believe, to try to break out of the Tashas.
Did that Shimmerman ever make another save for Searing Smite?
No, he did not. So I will do the Searing Smite con save. And then I will do the Tasha save for the other one, which still fails. So it's still incapacitated. But this one at top is no longer going to get burned. that will end their turn. Tizio, you're unconscious.
We skip Perry.
Oh my god!
Tizio, did I skip you, Perry? I apologize. Yes, it is your turn. But Tizio, you
Keep
awaken
that.
to a dark interior, and you can feel your body is currently in the process of being crushed. You are at 1 hit point, and you are conscious. Perry, what are you doing? You guys can try to pull them out too, you know, you just haven't tried it. Spiritual weapon, you got it. Where do you want your spiritual weapon to be? Just use this for your spiritual weapon. I'll give you the rights to move it.
Is he talking or?
No, he's
Perry,
not
if you're
talking. He
talking-
was typing.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know why he's not talking, but he was. Yeah, we can't hear you, Perry, unfortunately.
There it is. I was hitting the wrong damn button. Sorry.
Oh, I got you.
That's
Alright,
better.
so this is your spiritual weapon token. You can move it if you need to. Where are you going to cast it?
That's perfect.
Okay.
And then it will
Make a
swing
s-
at him.
yep. D20 plus your spell attack modifier. 22 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. 7 points of force damage to the one on top, right?
Yep.
Nice. Oops, I totally fudged that up.
And then I'll also swing at it.
Yeah, go for it. 21 definitely hits.
So the right one is a 1d10. So I guess it's, I don't know how that got set up that way. But
So are you rolling D10 on the hammer or D?
no, so the left one is a 1d8. So one hand. Oh, I think I have it set up that way.
If you have it two-handed, it rolls D10, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I'm wearing a shield, so I'm not
Right. Okay, so 12 points of bludgeoning.
turning that off.
Okay. Yeah, so you definitely slam down onto it with your warhammer simultaneously with your spiritual weapon just crashing into it, dealing a good chunk of damage. Anything else?
That'll be it.
Okay. Tizio, you are awake and conscious at the end of your turn. Eva, you watched as Tizio was just knocked unconscious and then swallowed.
Seems bad. I'm going to... Let's use Dissonant Whispers on the one that's currently nomming on Tizio.
Okay. Wisdom save, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, damn.
It got lucky. It's just a straight wisdom save for it. And I don't think it has any disadvantages at the moment. No.
Alright.
Okay. Bonus action movement?
Yeah, I'll just throw out... Come on, Alice, get out of there! And toss another Bardic Inspiration to him.
You got it. Take another d6. Last swarm of rats.
Ellis?
Yes, go ahead. Yeah, Ellis.
Fabulous.
Alright, this swarm of rats is still being annoying as ever. Gonna take one more bite at you. Parry. Failing miserably. Gonna end their turn. Tell them.
I will, I'll go ahead and firebolt the rats.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack. 6 points fire damage. Excellent. That is just enough to wipe out the remainder of those little guys.
Cool. Okay, I need to check the exact wording of something real quick.
Okay.
Blood You can shove one creature. Oh, I can't see Tizio, right?
No.
Okay, yeah. That's fine then.
Okay, but clever idea. Are you gonna try to shove one of the guys again, or no?
No, there's no reason. I'll just take a step back, or so.
You got it. Ellis.
Paul, this thing's getting pretty irritating, so I'm gonna take another frickin' swing at it.
Go for it.
Like, stop laughing, you bitch.
So this will be one more straight roll for you. You have inspiration. Yep. Alright, so that'll definitely hit. For 10 points of bludgeoning damage. As you watch as... Then I think he gets to make another save. Does it get advantage if it was attacked?
He does.
Okay. Not enough, right?
Nope.
So yeah, so you watch as it's still dry heaving on the ground there, but it's still holding you tight. Claren?
So it's Tizio and Hallam that are
Yes.
sucked up?
Tizio and Ellis.
Oh, okay. What would I need to roll to try and pull whoever this is next to me out?
This would be a strength check or acrobatics. Nice. So which one were you trying to pull out?
Whoever's to the right of me. I think it's Ellis.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I would say you would using your action, you are able to shove both of your arms in there, and Ellis, you feel the pulling of something as you are now pulled free, and you are prone on the ground.
Dude, I was safer in there.
Eh. Should I use a bonus action to get him unprone, or is that an action?
It would be an action to try to pull him to his feet.
Alright, let me see if I get any bonus actions.
You bet.
I do, actually. I'm gonna throw a Hunter's Mark on it.
Okay. It is now marked. You got it.
That'll be it.
Alright. So, top of its turn, it is just going to start sliding away as best it can. Well, first it'll take a swing at you, Perry, and then it'll start trying to move away with its meal. So, since it is... No, this guy's incapacitated, so it doesn't count as advantage. So it's a straight roll against you, 2 slam attacks. Both miss terribly. And it is just going to start slipping its way away with Tizio in tow. The other one is going to make its wisdom save at the end of its turn. Not at advantage. Yes, gear counterattack definitely works. Nice roll. And that's without the crit damage, right? So that should be 18.
The +5 is the crit. Oh, you double, right?
Right, 18 plus 5?
Yeah, so does magic count for crit damage? Magic weapon count for crit damage?
Anything that's a die should.
So he rolled a 3, so it's 3 times 2 plus something.
Right, so
6.
6, 8, 10, so 12 total.
Yeah.
Nice.
Does the spiritual weapon get an attack?
Why? Yeah, why?
Yeah, why?
The spiritual weapon does not. Well, why do you roll? Why are you rolling 2 magic damage?
When he has a +2 weapon
Well, that just means +2 to his attack rolls.
and
To,
damage.
and to his damage, yeah. So,
Yeah, he's not rolling. It's just +2.
yeah. Okay, you're good.
No, it should be. Was it proficiency, strength, plus magic?
Yeah, your roll's fine. Your roll's right.
That's cool. I mean, it's just Shambling Mound. All right, yeah, but you definitely hit it. Excellent. Perry, it's your turn.
Right. I will have my spiritual weapon go right there.
Yeah, easy enough to do. Bonus action swing. 15 just hits it.
All right.
Ooh, nice roll. 12 points of force damage. Smacks it into the back. More debris falls onto the ground. Well, it gets +2 for the damage roll because it's a +2 weapon. But the die roll was a 3. So 3 +2 for the weapon plus his strength, which is another 2. But it's fine. We'll work it out later. It's a big chunk of hit points. It's cool. Not a big deal. We'll fix it later. Are you going to move? Stay where you are? You still have an action.
Stay where I'm at and hit the Shambling Mound there.
You're going to hit the what? This one here?
Yeah.
It'll be with advantage because he's prone and incapacitated. 16 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. 14 points of bludgeoning. Nice.
Is it a auto crit if he's incapacitated?
Let me check.
It's just actions or reactions.
That's paralyzed.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe it's paralyzed. It will make a wisdom save at advantage. Still fails.
Nope.
Yeah, that thing sucks. But you slam onto it.
Oh wait, no, it did make the save. My DC's 14.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, it's no longer incapacitated, but it is still prone. Good to know. What's the 5 damage for?
I was testing to see what was adding that extra 2, and
You
I
got
think I
it.
figured it out.
Okay. Tizio, you are conscious, prone, and you can feel your body being dragged along somewhere.
I'm pretty sure my cure wounds isn't going to do anything. So, and seeing what happened to Ellis, I kind of know what happened to me.
Why would your cure wounds not do anything?
Well, I'm sorry, it's not going to be something that's going to stop it in terms of damage wise, I guess. Like it can easily just do more than what I can cure myself.
Okay.
So I'm going to take the risk, not knowing where I'm at exactly on the field, and do Thunderwave.
Okay. So, I will say, Eva, Perry, go ahead and make Constitution saving throws for me.
I am behind a wall.
You are slightly behind a wall. It's a shockwave.
Yeah, maybe it'll destroy him all from the inside out.
Because I would say the blast radius is going to hit somewhere like this. So it's going to tag you. Nice roll.
Alright, so I make a con save?
Yes, please. Okay. Go ahead and roll damage, Tizio.
It's on there. It's in 11 Thunder.
Okay.
11. Oh yeah.
Okay, so the creature is going to take half, right? It's half on a success?
I believe you are correct on that.
Okay. And it's thunder damage, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Thunder is not lightning. Okay, yeah. So, let's see, that'll be 6 points of damage. Eva, you will take 11 points of thunder. Perry, you take 6. And Eva, I think you get shoved back 5 feet, 10 feet.
Yeah, anything will be 10 feet away.
So we'll say you get pushed back right there. Eva.
Okay, let's, I'm gonna try... Wait, is Ellis still prone?
He is.
I'm gonna go for it anyway. Oh, well, that's okay. The creature's prone, it can still crawl. I'm gonna try Dissonant Whispers again.
Okay, on this one.
On the, yeah, on that one.
Wisdom save, yes.
Yep.
Fails. Takes 3d6 psychic and must run away, right?
Yeah. So
16.
ooh, nice.
Nice, that is very nice.
Yeah, and so it has to use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows for me.
Right
Which-
now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So 5,
That's an
10,
opportunity attack.
15. Yeah, it prompts opportunities. So Ellis, go ahead.
Never mind.
Ellis, you'll get an opportunity attack at disadvantage because you're prone. Galarian, you get a regular opportunity attack.
And parry.
And parry.
Because I've been rolling so well. Oh my god, I make it on disadvantage.
Yeah, that's nice. Let's see. Oof. So 10, 12 points of damage. That is just enough to kill it. So with that combined like onslaught of all of you just kind of swinging at it at the same time as you watch it just kind of tries to run away, plus the hunter's mark. Yep.
No, oh, do they get Hunter's Mark advantage attacks?
I mean,
Or
hunter's
is it
mark
just
doesn't
fucking
give you
me?
advantage. It just does the damage if you.
Well, I mean, I meant they can take advantage of it being Hunter's Marked.
I mean,
Meaning
they
do
don't.
think so.
they get a D6 roll with it?
No, that's only you.
Okay.
Um,
Then ignore what I said because I clicked.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, just the combined swipes of all of you swinging at it at the same time, plus it trying to run away from Dissonant Whispers. You hear the, and it starts running away, and it just completely disappears off the map as I delete it out of the turn order, because I'm cool.
It goes after Claire.
Yeah, I know. But it seems to have been extremely effective.
Excellent. I'm going to use my last, my movement, but not a bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go there.
Perfect. Tell him.
Yeah, I'm gonna web the guy running away with our friend.
Sure, deck save, yeah?
I believe so. Yeah.
It's so bad at these
Oh.
rolls.
So, do you have a cube so I can place it?
Sure, 15 foot, 20 foot.
20 foot.
I should have 20 foot. I only got a 15 foot, but we'll use it. Let me give you rights to it. There you go. I imagine, yeah, somewhere like that. You're just trying to block the hole.
Yeah, because it causes a bunch of, even if he breaks out, delayed slowness and
Yeah.
fun stuff.
Yeah, not a problem. So yeah, we'll say you effectively managed to cover that entire corridor leading out to the water.
And then, well, actually, I would have posted a little bit like there, so when I try to pull him closer to me, it like
Oh, I
he
see.
stays in the web,
Yeah, you bet.
and I'll try to do that. So
Does
make us
anyone
drink some.
who tries to traverse it, it's half movement, or do they have to also make a save from getting stuck?
Each creature that starts in his turn must make a dex save.
That starts.
So
its
if it
turn in
starts
the
its
web?
turn there,
Okay. Good.
or that enters them during it. Wow. Okay.
Right. So if your allies try to run in to hit it, they'll have to make a save
correct,
or get stuck.
Make it
But-
difficult for me.
but I can drop concentration off my turn even, so it needs to stop for now.
Yep, not a problem. Bonus action, movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pull it back.
Okay. Strength, yeah.
Yeah, 15. Yeah, that's fine.
The one thing it can do. Ellis, you are prone. You are angry.
Alright, I'll get up from prone. After just helping kill this other guy, so I have, what, 15 feet of movement?
That is correct.
5, 10, 15. Wow, I'm so effective. That's the end of my turn.
You were doing a lot of damage inside. Not gonna lie. At disadvantage, you were doing a lot of damage to the inside of it.
Yeah, it's your boy. But I didn't get to see any of it, which means I am very unsatisfied.
Fair point. Clarion. You watch as this mound is now slowly shifting away from the vicinity.
Oh, hold up. I lied. Can I
ahead.
throw a javelin at it?
You absolutely sure can. Go ahead and throw that javelin.
Reckless.
Okay.
Reckless javelin. Wow.
You hurl it as the webs start appearing, and just the fine threading of the webbing just seems to catch it midair, and now there's this javelin just kind of hanging in the air right now.
If I would have made it with disadvantage. No, not really. I just attacked better with disadvantage earlier, so check.
Okay, Galarian.
I'm gonna use a bonus action to put up my hunter's mark on this new one.
Yep, you move it over.
And I guess I'm rolling dex to move into it.
Yes, it'd be a dex save 15, or you get stuck.
8. I'm gonna hit it with my sword.
Okay, you hit it with your sword.
No, I don't.
16 hits. Oh no, you rolled 9. I'm sorry. Yeah, no,
I mean,
unfortunately.
if you want to pretend it's a 16, I'm fine with that.
I saw the 16. I got excited for you. Unfortunately, yeah, it slashes and it cuts through some of the webbing, but it doesn't get enough effectiveness as you wanted it to. Bonus action? No, your bonus action.
I use it.
Yep. With that, let me check its actions.
It doesn't. It can only break out. It's restrained, so no action. I think.
Restrained doesn't mean I can't attack. It just means disadvantage on the attack.
Oh yeah, disadvantage. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, its speed is 0. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So it has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Right. Let's see. You can make a strength check against your spell save to break it. The webs are flammable. Blah 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 blah. Okay. So no, it's not smart enough to know much. It's just gonna swing wildly. So it's gonna use its strength to attempt to break out. Not enough. The one time it needs to. Not enough. So it is just currently stuck there. Also, Tizio, I need you to make Constitution save and throw. Oof. Okay. You don't take any damage from the crushing of your organs. 2 20s in a row. He sure is. He knows how to stay alive in rough conditions. That'll end its turn. It's stuck in the webs. Perry.
So I don't get to escape. It's just I don't get crushed.
Yeah, you currently cannot breathe, and you are making sure that you are not getting crushed by its stuff. Like it's like Star Wars trash compactor area. You're basically pushing back against the weight. You can use your action to attempt to escape on your turn.
I can't jump over a 15-foot gap, but I can fucking keep this thing from crushing me.
Your armor is helping. Perry takes a swing and he hits. 13 points.
Uh,
I need to move to the back. There we go. And you're moving your spiritual weapon. That does hit as... Oh, that was a spiritual weapon hit for 13 points. Okay. Make a dex save for me.
We getting 13 points.
I think it was 5 points.
It's 5 points.
8 was his attack roll.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Barry's restrained.
Perry, you cannot move. But you can still swing at the creature if you want. It would be
Am
a
I
disadvantage.
just magical?
I mean, it's a web, so yeah.
Well, yeah. So it is magical. It's not a. It's also not a plant.
Okay, web. Right. Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. So unfortunately, you are just having a hard time forcing your way through this webbing right now. You're unable to move. You're stuck to it, but you can still swing. It'd just be at disadvantage because you're just within range of it. I think you are. Yeah.
I missed.
Okay. Tizio. What are you doing, bud? Another good old thunder wave?
No, it didn't work out the way I thought it was going to, in ripping this thing out from the inside out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to just kind of work my way out and try to escape this.
Okay, make a strength check.
Ooh, okay.
No, DC 14. So you're pushing and pulling as best you can to try to like claw your way out of this mound, but it's just it's constantly falling back on top of itself too fast. You're just having a hard time forcing your way out right now. Bonus action.
Yes. Give me 1 second to read something on this one.
Okay. Eva, you're up next. What are you gonna do?
To try and escape, it's an action, not like a
Correct.
movement. Correct.
It is an action.
All right. That ends my turn.
Okay. Eva.
I don't have a ton of useful stuff to do because he doesn't understand languages.
You don't know.
So,
You
well, I'm
laughed at
going to
your
assume
joke.
since he dry heaved at my joke. That's true. It's the reaction I usually get. That's vicious, Mock. This pile of trash. God damn it.
Fortunately, at this time, it feels like it has a good solid meal that it's trying to nom on and get out of town. It's not listening to you. Action?
Oh, that was action.
Oh, sorry. That's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my bonus action back. So that's it for me.
Okay. Tell him.
I will just like move right there so I can see it better,
Uh-huh.
and just mind sliver it, I guess.
Yeah. That's a wisdom save, right?
Int save.
It's int save, thank you. The one it's worse at.
A crit is almost a fail. Oh, that's funny.
It needed to crit to freaking pass, essentially. That's nuts. Half damage? No damage.
No damage. It's cantrip.
Okay, cool.
Bonus action.
Yeah.
I will pull Perry back.
Ooh. Perry, are you start feeling a sensation tugging on you. Do you resist?
No.
Okay. You are pulled back 5 feet.
That is the end of my turn.
Okay. Ellis.
Yeah, not prone anymore. Gonna walk up behind this thing carrying this meal and whack him.
Make a dex save for me.
The good old deck save.
Uh-huh.
Alright. 20.
Okay.
Let's go.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead and make that attack.
Alright, this is reckless.
You bet. Oof.
Wow, that is min damage.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh, that doesn't even hit.
No, it doesn't. But yeah, you
Jesus
rush up
Christ.
and you're
I'm
a little
rolling
distracted
so
by
bad
this.
tonight.
Everyone is. You get distracted by this thick webbing, and you're like, oh, what the hell is this? And just distraction. You're not able to make contact. Galarian.
Even if I fail this deck save, I'm still able to hit it, right?
Well, you're restrained right now because you failed it, right?
No, I
Passed.
passed it.
Oh, if you pass it, then you're good to traverse it, aren't you? Or is it every?
No,
5
if you
feet?
start your turn,
Start. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So go ahead and make another dex save for me. Sorry. But yes, you will still be able to hit it, just at disadvantage.
That drop concentration.
Okay, so you are no longer restrained by it.
Got it.
So you can swing.
Yes. 19
And I'm
definitely
gonna add
hits.
Divine Smite.
Go for it. Oof, nice damage. You guys are hurting it with everything it's not resistant to. That's
Oh,
awesome.
and actually, I forgot Hunter's Mark.
Yes, extra d6. Oh yeah, that's good. With all these webbings getting in the way, it's getting really frustrating. You managed to just slash into it a big chunk. Anything else? Paladins are super.
Nope.
He's just waiting for that 20. Okay, so as this mound is just kind of like trying to work its way out, it's just going to go ahead and just take a backhanded swing at you, Ellis. It's going to get 2 attacks
Deflect
on you. Yep. 26.
Yep, that hits.
And then 13 misses, I believe. Yeah, 13 misses. So you just take 13 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 6. And yeah, it is just going to continue to try to clamber its way out into the sewers, as I cannot drag this stupid token. Click anywhere but there. It's just going to go ahead and move another 10-15 feet or so, carrying Tizio's body. You both get opportunity attacks. Alice, you don't, because you used your reaction to parry the attack.
Correct. I wouldn't have used it. I should have. It's okay. Yeah, I should have thought of that.
Nope, you're fine. 23 hits for 12 points of damage. Can he smite on a opportunity?
Any hit.
Nice. That's really good. Yeah, you could if you wanted.
I don't have any spell slots left.
Oh no. So 12 points of damage. You see a lot of debris and stuff is now trailing off of it in large chunks and sloths as it's trying to make its way to the water as best it can. Tizio, make a Constitution saving throw for me. No, unfortunately. This is not good. You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage as you are knocked unconscious once more as the crushing blow of this mound is just squishing your insides. It hurts so much you blacked out. Perry.
Probably try and pull him out.
Yeah, eventually.
Use bonus action.
Like, did you downgrade these things, or are these things still set as a CR5?
They're CR5.
Okay. So we've got like 100 something health.
You guys have done a significant amount of damage to this one.
And
Spiritual weapon 11 unfortunately does not hit.
Desperation will cast Marauders Light and cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay, guiding bolt.
Whatever you roll that.
Of course you do. That does hit. 14 points of radiant damage. Nice. This thing is looking real rough, guys. As you strike out at it, it is now radiating this glowing ball of trash and light energy emanating, giving a clear depiction. So that's bonus action. You staying where you are?
I will run to the other side of it.
Can you move through its space?
Yeah, halfway.
Correct. Excellent. Well, I'll check, but yeah, sure. That works. Yeah, absolutely. So, Tizio, go ahead and make a save for me. Yes. Mark off as success. Eva.
Okay. I guess we should probably try to keep Tizio from dying.
I mean, if only.
But I don't know that he's dying more than he was before.
Well, I mean, it's been a few rounds. He hasn't emerged yet. You saw him unconscious when he initially went in there. You don't know if he's dead by now or not. Like he was unconscious when you saw him go in. So as far as you know, he's still unconscious.
I think I'd like to help him. Other than try and kill this thing. Alright, we're gonna go out and try and kill this thing. So, unsettling work. Just as insurance, he takes 3 off of his next.
Okay.
Dissonant Whispers again because it does damage.
Okay,
So,
Dissonant Whispers -3.
yeah, Wisdom.
Poof. Poof. Super fail.
Didn't need to use Dissonant Whispers on that one. 7 damage.
Alright. And it has to run, right?
It has to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Okay. So it has to...
Probably not the best thing to use
Wait,
right now.
yeah, it can't move through parry, right?
Yeah, I don't think it can.
It's larger than parry, though. It's considered large. Hold on. Got technicalities. Anyone can move through an ally space. You can only move through an enemy space if it is at least 2 sizes larger than you. Perry, are you considered small?
Yes.
I can move through him.
Oh god.
Wait. I thought you said 2 sizes larger than you.
Right.
Perry is not 2 sizes larger than the monster.
No, but I was reading it as a player's point of view. Like, the creature is 2 sizes larger than Perry. Anyone can move through an ally space. You can only move through an enemy space, so this would be parry to the enemy, if the enemy is 2 sizes larger than you. So I would imagine that the inverse works.
I agree.
Goodbye.
So
Yeah,
well,
Perry
it's
said.
difficult terrain to go through, and I
There's
can't
probably an opportunity
willingly...
attack on there.
Huh?
An opportunity attack in there, wasn't there?
Well, no, it has to burn its reaction to go through. It probably will provoke... No, it's going to end up... Because it only has a movement speed of 20, so 5, 10... It's literally going to be right here at the end. So you're base to base with it, essentially. And, yeah, and you use your reaction. I mean, it's... it's Talum's turn.
Let's see here.
It is very close on the edge of dropping into the water. But you can see the large trail of refuse and debris, and like the mound is not, it doesn't look as sturdy as it was originally. It looks like it's very, very hurt.
I will. Oh god. I don't know which one's the right answer. I will magic missile.
You will use that necklace of fireballs.
Well, then lots of people are dying, including Kuzio.
I mean,
That does not solve any problems.
well, I wonder because he's under full cover technically.
I don't think that's a good idea.
You don't know if I'm like dead and you guys
Yeah,
are
yeah,
like, beating down
Matter with
my dead body at this
Destiny.
point.
Yeah, I'm just gonna magic missile at level 1.
At level 1, go ahead and roll. 5. Ooh, that's max damage. 15 points of damage. How do you want to do this?
The missiles like tear into it and just kind of detonate, throwing the refuse everywhere,
Okay, nice. So
revealing a Tizio.
yeah, exactly. You completely pelt away at this shambling mound, and as it does, slowly walk over Perry, and like the the refuse and shit's just falling on top of you, Perry. You watch as it slowly gets blasted away bit by bit, and then you now see this limp, unconscious Tizio just completely skidding inches and inches towards the sewer water, about to tip over and in. And then he just stops, like resting, teetering on the edge. But with that, you guys managed to stop all the creatures. Sorry that fight went a little longer than I thought it would.
Is Tizio still unconscious?
He is unconscious. But I'll tell you what, we will find out what happens. I assume somebody's going to lay on hands or cure wounds him.
That's exactly what I was gonna do.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, I wasn't there.
Cast some prayer of healing as well.
Absolutely.
And then we take a short rest.
So go ahead and roll your heals for both of you. How many hit points are you doing for lay on hands?
Do 10.
Okay, so you get 10 back. You come to consciousness. Okay, you're going to spend 10 minutes doing prayer of healing. Not a problem. So what we'll do is you guys kind of pull him away from the edge of the water. Tizio, you wake up gasping for air, and you kind of realize that, okay, you're not engulfed anymore, and we'll pick it up on the next session.
Alright.
Sounds good?
Yay.
Well, good job, everybody. Sorry the combat went a little over. I wasn't actually planning on you guys fighting in the sewers today, but you did. And then we will finish exploring this bit of catacomb and the rest of the sewers and see what we discover.
Yeah, good storytelling.
Are we leveling up or not this time?
You guys just leveled up.
Wait, what level are we supposed to be?
He's asking a legit question, DM.
Oh, and what level are you marked at right now?
4.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, okay.
Hell?
Literally last week.
I'd like to level up twice.
Sure. Yeah, every combat's a level up.
I mean, to be fair, everything's just blurred together, so I don't know how long it's been since we leveled up.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
We're now level 20 from defeating trash piles.
I'm fine with that.
Oh.
I mean, it's kind of a good or a bad thing, I guess, you know, perspective.
No,
Spent every single day at home for the last year.
Well, no, this just happened to be a bit of a side detour as you guys decided to search for burnt individuals who might or might not have run through the sewers, but we will find out more as we pick this up next. Oh no, not next weekend, because I will have my son's birthday. So 2 weeks from now, we will get to find out what's in that chest there, Talum.
Ooh.
It's a mimic.
I will send my
I
new
really hope it's
best
a mimic.
disposable friend, Tizio, to go open it.
You guys have enough healing to bring me back up, if anything, right?
That's what short
Right.
rests are for. We're short resting.
We don't have any spell slots left.
Short rest.
I don't either.
All right. Well, I mean, that's also good to know on my part how gauged you guys are for fights. So this is a good good balance. No, I mean this was good. Two shambling mounds versus the rats were just nothing, but 2 shambling mounds, pretty good gauge on
In
limit.
hindsight, I probably should have focused on the mountains in the beginning, but whatever.
It also depends on the rolls, to be fair.
Yeah, everyone was rolling not.
I mean, I could have had those rolls on the mound, and who knows what would have happened. But whatever.
I mean, Tizio kind of suicided, so like, you know.
Yeah, I did not expect to go down in one round, essentially.
Yeah, it was a lucky roll for that mound. But nevertheless, we'll pick this up in 2 weeks from now. And hopefully you guys can decide what you guys want to do. Also, as a note, Tizio, I forgot to mention, because I overlooked the note. At the mention when you guys were talking to each other about the possibility of a like a puppet without strings, it immediately kind of sparked your interest on the Day of Wonders within the city of Waterdeep, which is an event where, let me see here. Where is the note? I just had it open earlier. I'm so sorry. I really had it right in front of me. But basically, the Day of Wonders is an event where a lot of various inventors from the House of Inspiring Hands, they parade through the town the various inventions that they've done for the day. And you specifically would know this because you, as an inventor, always found it curious, and you think you recall smaller, like, mechanical puppets without strings, and you wonder if maybe that has something to do with it.
Okay. Yeah, and I kind of wondered if that kind of piqued my interest originally, but I wasn't sure if it was something where it was more hinted at magic related. That's why.
No, yeah, it did spark interest in you. It's just everything kind of got convoluted together. But we will continue on with the investigation within the city and see if we can find our mystery individuals or ignore them completely. But you guys have a good night.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Good night, everyone. Had fun.
And to all of you who are watching the stream, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We play on Sundays every week, except for obviously this next weekend we'll be taking a 1 week off as I have family engagements.